because we have an anchor that keeps us all steadfast and sure. While there be no storm, we are fastened to the rock, which can grounded firm and deep in the sea. We have an anchor that keeps steadfast and sure. While there be, we are fastened to this rock, which we are grounded firm and deep in the Savior's hand. Yeah, we have an anchor that keeps steadfast and sure. While there be fastened to the rock, which, are you ready? Are you ready? Grounded firm in your right.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise. This is the City Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
And we joyfully adore. Till thou appearest thy endless gift shall sing thy praise. We let go our hearts and voice with blessed anticipation. Hey, hey, yeah, we let our hands, lift our hearts with blessed anticipation. Hey, all over this place, yeah, cry and give to God the praise. Yeah, cry aloud and give. One.
Dana Hamilton with her hymns medley, bringing us to 6:30 on Monday morning. It's the 7th day of the 7th month of the year 2025 of our Lord. You're tuning to the City Breakfast Show. We're live here in Accra, 97.3. Beautiful song, great start to the morning.
I'll sing like
Welcoming you to a lot of things. Starting off with a newspaper review segment, business, sports, analysis of all kinds.
boys with blessed anticipation. Hey,
Starting off, of course, with Business Sense, brought to you by Access Bank.
we let our hands, lift our hearts with blessed anticipation. Hey, all over this place, yeah, cry.
And it says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So the greatest transformation happens from within. So leadership has two characteristics. It always flows from inside out, and it also flows from upwards down. And therefore the mind is the place for transformation. For visible change to manifest on the outside, it starts with something intangible on the inside. And of course, it must also start with the head, because that's where the control system, that's where the button that manipulates everything else lives. And so let's understand these two dimensions of leadership, flowing from inside out, flowing from top down. And let's make sure we bring quality leadership to our spaces. Access Bank is proud to announce for the next time the Fakito Abeji Kesia promo with up to 500,000 cedis in cash and other amazing rewards awaiting you in our 4 monthly mini draws and 2 mega draws. Open an account, keep your money in this account, let it grow and see a big opportunity to win fantastic prizes. Get more information online, accessbankplc.com or call 0800 004400. We have the news headlines when we come back. Stay with us.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
If you have 250 Ghana cedis right now, it can do wonders for you. Chairman, Fabeji, it could turn your tears into joy in the Access Bank Fakito Abeji Kesia promo. Madam, Fabeji, it could get you up to 50,000 Ghana cedis cash prize. Business owner, Fabeji. As a student, make transactions with your Access Bank card, and that could get you Spotify and Netflix subscriptions, PS5, iPhone 16 Pro Max, and more. This be out of class senso. Fabeji, you see what 250 Ghana cedis can do for you? And Gasakra. Fabeji, it's the Access Bank Fakito Abeji Kesia promo. Deposit a minimum of 250 Ghana cedis and its multiples in your new or existing account and be on your way to winning a share of the 580,000 Ghana cedis in cash prizes and other amazing rewards. The more you deposit, the more your chances of winning. Promo runs from now to September 2025. This promo is in partnership with NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
.36 is the time, and we're jumping straight into the newspaper review segments brought to us by Fidelity Bank. From the dreams of youth to the ambitions of adulthood, wherever you are on your journey, starting a career, building a business, or growing a family, our pledge is to be with you every step of the way. Every goal deserves a chance to flourish, and with hard work, dedication, and a strong belief in yourself, the seed of greatness is within reach. Fidelity Bank will be with you every step of the way. Fidelity Bank, believe with us. All right, so we're going to look into the newspapers and also the news portals on the newspaper review segment. Good morning to Caleb Kuda.
Good morning, Bernard.
You are sparking the engine. And good morning to Francis Kakakra Fosse.
Bonjour, ça va?
Très bien, merci et vous?
Très bien, merci.
Oui, wonderful. Charlie, that's all I know, man. And it has kept me for many years. Yeah, that's amazing. All right, so what are we starting with this morning, gentleman and lady?
Okay, so I'll start with the Chronicle and front page stories. Heath Goldfields ordered to cease operations at Bogoso Prestia.
All right.
Also, Africa expansion. Zoom Lion touches down in Kenya ready to forge strategic partnership. And Jampo flies off the handle over misconduct allegations.
So the news center this morning, multiple taxes kick in. So we are looking at insurance, real estate, plastics, informal sector, etc., etc. And we are told there are 42 new HIV infections recorded daily in Ghana.
Hey.
On the National Cathedral, Mahama to complete project, but under a different name and designation. We'll tell you more about that shortly. Baba Sam is here as well. She's petitioned the CJ over judicial abuse in custody. And General Olusegun Obasanjo to ECOWAS, reform or become irrelevant.
On the front page of the Herald newspaper, Mahama finds solution for Kufuor's $400 million National Cathedral hole. Also, government shuts down Heath Goldfield's operation at Bogoso Prestia mines, cites safety and regulatory breaches. Cocoa Board adopts new performance framework, and NACOC busts huge cannabis at Kotoka International Airport. And also, presidential pardon call for wheelchair-bound Atu Asian intensity amid deteriorating health.
Right. So Daily Guide leads with Ken. He leads NPP flag bearer race with 51.4%. This is according to a survey. And Brian Achampon's popularity surges. Agrada 15-year jail term causes stir. And on Ablekuma North's parliamentary race, NPP rejects EC's rerun. Edubuahin loses national security accounts fight.
The Informer leads with education must not be rationed, coming from President Mahama as he launched no free stress policy. Also, dismissal rooted in past misconduct. OSP clarifies sacking of former DSO. Don't create authority for 24-hour economy. That's a university lecturer. Economics lecturer cautioning government. Yes.
The new publisher, Tarzan attacking me with untruths. This is Osahene Aponyo marking, responding to Dr. Charles Reku Brobe and to other stories. Parliament to sit on Mondays and Saturdays to allow for the maturation of some bills and other business. Asabi wants NPP reformed before flag bearer primaries. That's here. Robbers attack Trotro, shoot for passengers. That's the new publisher.
Okay, and the Ghanaian Point, arrest anyone claiming to be national security operative. That's coming from the coordinator. And police arrest 2 alleged national security operatives in anti-Galamsey raid at Jamira Forest Reserve. President Mahama to launch or to inaugurate Gold Board Task Force tomorrow.
Right.
Okay.
So, Economy Times, Ghana plans resumption of issuing CD bond from September. Analysts predict single-digit inflation by third quarter amidst threats from utility price hikes, and government to receive $370 million from IMF, optimistic of board approval.
All right, let's go to Graphic. The Daily Graphic says implementing no fee stress, 15,000 fresh students reimbursed. President Mahama launches policy. Is photographed here. Eban Akoma oil block declared commercially viable. Meanwhile, 24-hour initiative competitive tool. This is according to Henry Osei Ekoto. And then Zoom Lion's story also making the rounds. The High Street Journal, Fufu Gobe and Apio quietly hold their place among Ghana's top 20 inflation drivers.
Fufu,
Gobe.
Apio.
They are one of the top 20 drivers of food inflation or inflation. Meanwhile, as inflation falls, T-bills slide and GRR slips. It's a CMS lending rate vision beginning to take shape. Very interesting analysis there. Meanwhile, swift payment of maturing Eurobond, a good omen for Ghana's hope for bond market return, according to an economist. Then, when we go online, there's a lot of sort of details of the stories that you've read in the main papers. So I'll give you a couple of examples here. CitiNewsroom.com, NPP and Minority Caucus to converge at Iyoko over detention of Abdul Wahab Hanan, who's the former CEO of the Buffer Stock Company. Small Arms Commission demands swift passage of firearms regulation bill. And then NPP files injunction to block Ablekuma North rerun, according to their youth organizer. Bono ambulance service in crisis, few vehicles left to serve region. And then fire festival shooting incident avoidable. So there's a young lady who died because of the shooting Meanwhile, there's also robbery attack on Winneba Highway leaves 4 passengers injured. You read that early. Then TUC condemned breakaway union strike as illegal and disruptive. So lots of things happening on the labor front as well. If you go to Channel 1 News, Tamale met assembly to engage NEDCO over nighttime disconnections. Meanwhile, attack on minibus leaves 3 injured at Bedwata Junction. And then NACOC forced cannabis smuggling attempt at Swissport Terminal. That keeps coming up in these drug busts. My Joy Online lead story this morning, they're also focused on the plea for, what's the guy's name?
Atuesian.
Yes, Dr. John Appiah to lead clemency petition for Atuesian on justice and human rights grounds. And then a couple more stories. SHS girl shot dead at Bimbela Fire Festival celebration. And then, as we read, 4 armed robbers shoot 4 passengers on Winneba Highway, 1 arrested. Globally, Trump is not happy. He wants to impose BRICS-based tariffs. He threatens 10% tariff on anti-American BRICS policies. So we'll give you the details later. Okay, so I feel like we need to start with something positive. The fee stress has been launched. No fee stress. 15,000 freshers have been reimbursed. And this story is on the Daily Graphic. 15,000 first-year students in public tertiary institutions have had their academic-related fees cleared under the newly launched no-fee stress policy, a sweeping intervention by President John Dramani Mahama to remove financial barriers to higher education. Now, he was speaking at the policy launch at the SDA College of Education in Koforidua on Friday. The president launched the initiative and declared it a moral, constitutional, and developmental imperative aimed at ensuring that no qualified Ghanaian student is denied tertiary education. I'm sure you have many angles to this story.
Yes, a similar story. Education Minister promises increase in Student Loan Trust Fund allocation from 70 million Ghana cedis to 150 million Ghana cedis. And Ghanaian tertiary students are set to receive a significant injection of financial support as Education Minister Haruna Idrisu announced a more than double of the Ghana Education Trust Fund Get Fund allocation to the Students Loan Trust Fund. This major boost increases the allocation from 70 million to 150 million Ghana cedis and aims to alleviate the financial pressures on students pursuing higher education. The crucial announcement was made by the minister on Friday, July 4, 2025, during the official launch of the no fees stress policy. The new policy is designed as a direct intervention to ease the financial burden faced by students seeking access to tertiary education.
I have a question for Caleb. Does that mean that those who paid their academic fees for this particular term will have it paid back to them?
So I think there's been a reimbursement for those who've already paid. So if you watch, there's some videos online where students are excited because the government has...
So how does the reimbursement, does it come into your bank account or do you go and collect it in cash?
No, I think it reflects in your account details.
So that if you don't want to pay for next year, sort of it credits you for next term.
So then the students are really excited on the campuses.
Well, we also told that those who are fee-paying students will receive a reimbursement of up to 2,500.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's interesting. And the president was citing models in Germany, Finland, Norway, and stressed that Ghana must not lag behind in prioritizing education. We should add second term, third term. Charlie, let's do free tertiary prequel.
I hope for the student loan, though, they increase the fees, the amount they give the students, because the last I checked, it couldn't pay the fees of some level 200 students. So,
but if you add the no fee stress for level 100, and the fact that you are now going to get, I mean, this
no,
is
but if
bad.
you're in level 200 and you apply for a student's loan, someone I know got student loan, but he couldn't pay for his
fees. So they
fees.
should increase the loan threshold.
Increase the loan so that the people are able to do more with that. There's a story here. Multiple taxes kick in on insurance, real estate, plastics, and informal sector, etc.
Oh, next week.
Yeah, man. Page 2. Some have started actually.
Okay.
So a sweeping set of new tax measures officially took effect in Ghana on Monday, July 1, 2025, with wide-ranging implications for businesses, consumers, and informal sector operators. The reforms are already triggering a mix of optimism, anxiety, and resistance from businesses, informal workers, and consumers alike. So there is a 5% excise duty on local plastics. There is an informal sector where we are having a flat rate. Let me give you a detail. Under the new rules, individuals and businesses earning below 20,000 annually will pay a fixed quarterly tax of 25 Ghana cedi, 35 or 45 Ghana cedis, depending on the nature of the activity. There's a 3% flat rate rate that's also going to be slapped on operators. 5% VAT on real estate, and that's sparking outcry. There are property prices that are estimated to go up as a result, and there is a 15% VAT on non-life insurance, withholding agents under pressure to comply. All these details are on page 2 of the news center, so check it out and you know the details.
One more story before I leave the Informer. Dismissal rooted in past misconduct.
Okay.
That's a clarification coming from the OSP about the sacking of a former DSO. The Office of the Special Prosecutor has clarified that the dismissal of its former deputy staff officer was based on revelations stemming from his previous sacking by the National Intelligence Bureau, NIB, formerly known as the Bureau for National Investigations, BNI.
Right.
Sources within the OSP have disclosed that Mr. Sieduata's removal followed extensive internal vetting, which revealed that he had been earlier dismissed from the NIB for breaching institutional protocols.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's give you a story that's troubling us. Robbery attack on Winneba Highway leaves 4 passengers injured. Akwesiado reports on Citi Newsroom that a robbery attack at Buduata Junction on the Winneba Highway on the night of Saturday, July 5, has left 3 passengers injured and receiving treatment at the Trauma and Specialist Hospital in Winneba. Police have confirmed the arrest of 1 suspect in connection with the incident. We targeted unsuspecting commuters along the road. According to our sources within the Central East Regional Police Command, the robbers ambushed vehicles. We've reported this before, right? And robbed several passengers of their valuables, including cash and mobile phones. The situation escalated when the robbers opened fire on a Toyota highest minibus whose driver attempted to evade the scene. The gunfire resulted in injuries to 3 passengers on board. A swift police response led to the arrest of 1 individual found in possession of mobile phones believed to have been stolen from the victims during the attack, and the person is currently in custody. Now, there's the background. The latest attack adds to the growing concern about the safety of commuters along that corridor. The Potson Junction or Treku stretch of the highway, in particular, has become notorious for robbery incidents, prompting enhanced police patrols. We are told because of the roadworks, part of that road, you can't really drive fast. And the robbers take advantage of this. Now, the police say the robbers have changed their tactics, targeting less secure areas such as Buduata Junction, where there's minimal police presence. So we need to talk about this.
And the guy is called Mohammed Bello. This is what the police found on him: 3,740 Ghana cedis in cash, 2 Samsung smartphones, 1 Tecno Spark 20, and itel keypad phone, and an itel power bank. So these are some of the things. And they also found a lady's purse, 5 sticks of cigarette, a wristwatch, a headset, a mobile phone charger head, and a pair of sandals. So that's the detail. Let me move to some other story.
Are you still on
now.
police?
Yes, I'm still on police. And the Ghanaian Point on page 3 reports police arrest 2 alleged national security operatives in anti-Galamsey raid at Jimira Forest Reserve. Now, the Ghana Police Service has arrested 2 individuals posing as national security operatives along with 3 accomplices during a dawn operation against illegal mining inside the Jimira Forest Reserve in the Ashanti region. The swoop, conducted by a joint team of police officers and officials from the Forestry Commission, is part of intensified efforts to curb illegal mining activities commonly known as Galamsey, which continue to destroy Ghana's forests and pollute critical water bodies. According to police sources, the 5 suspects were apprehended within the forest enclave, where they are believed to have engaged in unlawful mining operations. The 2 who claim to be with national security failed to produce any credible identification or documentation to support their claim.
Let's give you 2 related stories. Daryl Bosu of Arocha has written a very interesting article on citinewsroom.com. 2 administrations, same pattern of betrayal, LI 2462 and the legacy of Ghana's forest. Now, the article is basically arguing that the MDC, with all the noise made in opposition, has still not taken a substantive position against this LI that it believes leaves 90% of our forest reserves open to Galamsey or mining of all kinds. And it believes that more action needs to be taken to repeal this LI. Then the minority is demanding answers from Lands Minister on Galamsey crisis. This is still on the same website. They are saying that the Minister for Lands must appear before the House to provide a comprehensive briefing on the government's efforts to combat illegal mining,
Right.
known
So
as galamsey.
still within the mining area, Bogoso Prestia mine faces closure over violations. So the Minerals Commission has issued a firm stop work order to Heath Goldfields effective June 24, 2025, directing the company to halt all operations at the Bogoso Prestia mine due to serious regulatory breaches and operational failures. The directive issued by the Chief Inspector of Mines under Regulation 22 of the Minerals and Mining Health, Safety and Technical Regulations 2012 LI 2182 follows a comprehensive assessment prompted by a working visit to the site by the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Emmanuel Ama Kofi-Boa. Now, no excavators missing in police custody. This is the Minerals Development Fund firmly dismissing media reports suggesting that 33 excavators went missing while in police custody, describing such claims as misleading and factually inaccurate.
That was widely reported. Let's stay with drugs. There seems to be something going on at the Swiss port. Almost
yes,
every time
the Herald is reporting
there's a
NACOC.
drug bust. It seems to happen at the Swiss port terminal in Accra. Which paper are you using now?
This is the Herald.
What are they saying?
The Herald is reporting NACOC busts huge cannabis at Kotoka Airport. In a major drug interception operation, the Narcotics Control Commission, NACOC, seized 738 compressed parcels of a substance suspected to be cannabis at the Swiss port terminal of the Kotoka International Airport in Accra. The seizure, which occurred on Saturday, July 5, 2025, involved contraband concealed in polythene bags and packed in 40 boxes, falsely declared as assorted food items.
Look at that.
The illicit cargo was reportedly destined for the United Kingdom. 2 individuals have been arrested for assisting with investigations, while 2 others, other suspects, Lincoln Ni Okaija and Kate Davidson, also known as AC, have been declared wanted by NACOC.
Meanwhile, there's a story I need to bring to you. Every time Sky complains about this abuse of titles, now vice chancellors of technical universities have sort of joined the fray. The vice chancellors of technical universities in Ghana, VCTUG, have expressed deep concern over the growing trend of academic title fraud in the country, describing it as a serious threat to the integrity of Ghana's tertiary educational system. Now, in a statement issued in response to recent caution from the GTEC, the VCTUG condemned the widespread use of unearned academic titles, which they say undermine the credibility of the nation's educational institutions and risk devaluing Ghana's academic qualifications on the global stage. So this debate is not ending.
Not today.
I think they need to start calling out people who are misusing these titles.
Right.
Caleb, let me come back to you.
So analysts are predicting a single-digit inflation by third quarter amidst threats from utility price hikes.
Oh, Lord.
Adnan Adams Mohammed is running for Economy Times that Ghana's inflation has taken a sharp nosedive in the past 2 months, falling from 21.2% in April to 13.7% in June, after recording 18.4% in May. Now, based on the recent development, analysts predict that inflation rates could return to single digit by September 2025, beating the government's own target of mid-year 2026.
Okay.
So that's the detail.
Inflation is
on the
coming down,
Economy
but
Times. Yeah.
the High Street Journal has a very interesting article that Fufu, Gobe,
Yes.
and Apio
Yes.
quietly hold their place among Ghana's top 20 inflation drivers.
Yeah, man.
And this, they say, reflects how everyday Ghanaian comforts,
Yes.
though rising in cost, still hold deep cultural and emotional value.
Yes.
And it says even as prices ease slightly, these comfort foods don't seem to be moving low as quickly as we should expect. So Ghana's latest inflation figures reveal that fufu and soup, gari and beans, and akpeteshi are among the top 20 drivers of inflation. Not because consumption has surged or prices have exploded this month. In fact, all 3 items recorded price drops in June, but their continued ranking speaks to something deeper.
Yeah, man.
Their irreplaceable role in daily Ghanaian life.
Zoom.
And how even the most familiar comforts are entangled in the country's broader cost of living story. It's a fascinating write-up. I don't know which of these 3 you've had in the past month. Fufu, Gobe, and Apio.
Certainly the third is not bad.
Just fufu for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For the past month, there's a nice bowl of fufu with chicken soup
Oh my God.
on the front page of the
Let
website.
me bring you another story from the Herald newspaper. Presidential pardon call for wheelchair-bound Atu Asian intensify. Dr. John Appiah, the head of mission for the Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council, has announced plans to spearhead a formal petition calling for a presidential pardon for William Atu Essien, the embattled founder of the defunct Capital Bank. Dr. Appiah's decision, he says, is grounded in concerns over what he describes as a miscarriage of justice and worsening health conditions affecting Mr. Essien. The move, he believes, aligns with the principles of justice, fairness, and human rights that form the foundation of the Commonwealth Charter. This petition is not a defense of financial mismanagement, Dr. Appiah stated. It is a call for a more balanced and humane approach.
So who is John Appiah? Is he sort of described in the story?
So he's described as the head of mission for the Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment
John has
Council.
been here in the studio before when we were raising funds for the Volta relief.
I see.
You remember John?
Okay. Yes, that's John Appiah.
Yes.
Okay,
So,
interesting.
Also, renowned Ghanaian broadcaster Kweku Sintim Misa, alias KSM, a satirist and television host, has also called on President Mahama to consider granting clemency to imprisoned businessman.
Let's end on a sad note. Asante Kotoko secures comeback win over Hearts to clinch 2025 presidential.
Why is that sad?
It's a very sad story. We end. Asante Kotoko. I'm reading the Citi Sports version. Asante Kotoko won the 2025 President's Cup match at the Accra Sports Stadium on Sunday, defeating arch rivals Hearts of Oak 2-1. With President Mahama in attendance, the match lived up to expectations with over 35,000 people enjoying the game. Kwame Poku's goal and Konedu Yadom's own goal secured victory for the Porcupine Warriors, who have now won over 4 consecutive games against against their better fancied rivals, Hearts of Oak. Hamza Mohammed gave us the lead, but Kotoko overturned. So congrats to Asante Kotoko.
Yeah, man.
Hearts of Oak needs some work.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, Francisca. Thank you, Caleb.
Thank you, Bernard.
City Business News is up next.
My body, when you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh, you go work, but you know it's out in your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, oh, cause you know it's out in your side. And when you dream, no say I live for you. And when you hustle every day, when you wanna go, anything you do, I live for you. If I believe I live your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I live your side, fidelity.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Ugomi, at what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I don't change my car. It be the same right. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I'll go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mindset be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open there.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make I feel the gobe too small.
Go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
7 o'clock, City Business News with EcoBank and MTN. Nila Telati is here with the news. Good morning.
Good morning, Bernard. Hello to you out there. Welcome to the breakfast edition of City Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, Goel and EcoBank. Coming up, industry players demand clarity and timeline on new One Ghana Cedi fuel levy set for implementation next week. Also, Cocoa Board to realign its operations in support of government's 24-hour economy agenda. Plus, government misses Treasury bills target for 6th straight week as investors turn to Bank of Ghana bills for higher yields. Welcome to a brand new week. I am Ni Latte. Details of our stories now. Industry players are demanding clear timelines and a transparent framework for the newly announced One Ghana Cedi fuel levy, which is expected to take effect on July 16. The Chamber of Petroleum Consumers (COPEC) and the Ghana Private Road Transport Union (GPRT), for instance, say while they acknowledge the need for revenue generation, they are also concerned about the potential long-term impact on consumers and transport operators, especially if the levy becomes a permanent fixture. What do they want? They are appealing for clear communication on both the implementation period and the specific projects or interventions the levy is intended to finance. Citi Business News' Daniel Sakiti has the rest of the story.
After initial resistance, the GPRT says it is no longer opposed to the One Cedi fuel levy following discussions with key stakeholders. However, the union insists the levy must not be collected indefinitely. With diesel prices recording a slight increase in the first pricing window of July and petrol prices dropping marginally, the union warns that any further hikes could result in higher transport fares.
We will still say it is a little better than where we were. So let's move forward and see. We are working and we want to make sure we always make profit out of what we are doing. So when we get to a stage where we see no profit, why not? We will start to make sure we also gain something out of what we are doing. We also plead with those in authority to make sure they also come out with a timeline. Now we are taking this for 6 months or for 1 year or whichever day they think it will sustain us up to.
The Chamber of Petroleum Consumers (COPEC) is also raising red flags. Executive Secretary Duncan Amwa is demanding that the levy be time-bound and fully accounted for. He insists revenue should go directly into improving Ghana's energy sector.
This new One Ghana Cedi levy should not be treated as one of the old taxes that we have left on the price build-up forever. Whatever can be done in the short to medium term to get the energy or the power sector to what you will call full cost recovery, we should gravitate towards that, and then make the power sector equally deregulated like we have done with the petroleum sector. That way, the sector will be able to finance itself without imposing any hardships on trotro drivers, taxi drivers, because there's a challenge with the sector.
Meanwhile, the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies says its members are preparing for the rollout on July 16th, which coincides with the start of the second pricing window of the month. However, the Chamber's Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Rivesenopon, says it is too early to tell what exact impact the levy will have on fuel prices, citing ongoing global and local market volatility.
My members have 2 weeks to prepare towards the new implementation. We have also let our request be known to the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition and also GRA. It will be too early to say whether fuel price will go up or go down. The same position we took from the day this new levy came to being, and we had all the promise around there will be no increase. I believe by next week, Friday or Saturday, we should be able to tell the impact on the pump price.
Dr. Rivesenopon, CEO of the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, ending that report by Citi Business News' Daniel Sakiti. Now, some financial analysts want the government to explore pension funds as a strategic financing source for the 24-hour economy initiative. Pension assets, they say, represent a largely untapped pool of long-term capital that could significantly support the sustainability and rollout of the policy, thus if carefully structured and managed. While the government has allocated a $4 billion budget for the initiative, the skill and ambition of the program may demand deeper and more consistent funding streams. Head of Finance at Merban Capital, Nelson Kujukwagbeji, tells Citi Business News productivity-driven reforms such as the 24-hour economy require large-scale financing.
The question that we need to ask ourselves is, how is the private sector or the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund will raise about, because the $300 million actually represent about 8% of the the $4 billion that entire sum of money. Where are they going to raise this, money? One of the areas that I think they can look at is the pension funds. In fact, as an investment banker and somebody who works directly with pensions, fund, the asset under management of pension funds by close of year is targeted to hit about 100 billion Ghana cedis. And if you look at the investment guideline for pension fund managers, their investment is tilted towards government securities. And we have all seen what happened in this country. You understand? And so I think they can leverage on pension funds to get some funds there to support the 24-hour policy.
That's Nelson Kujo Kwagbeji, Head of Finance at Merban Capital. Now, the Ghana Cocoa Board says it is preparing to realign its logistics and infrastructure systems to fully support the government's newly launched 24-hour economy policy. The policy, spearheaded by the John Dramani Mahama administration, is designed to enhance national productivity, boost exports, and drive inclusive growth across strategic sectors, including agriculture, manufacturing, and infrastructure. Speaking to the media, Board Chairman of Cocoa Board, Dr. Samuel Ofosuampofo, said Cocoa Board is keen to tap into the opportunities the policy represents by improving operational efficiency and scaling up output.
For our economy, policy was launched, and the president's emphasis is also on the port. The port is going to operate 24 hours, and Cocoa Board has 8 warehouses here. We do exports here. We do quality control here. And so if we are going to take advantage of the 24-hour economy, then there is a need for us to look at the infrastructure, and logistical requirements that will enable us to reposition Cocoa Board to take full advantage of the 24-hour economy in order to increase productivity, give quality assurance, and at the same time expand the pace of production and create more jobs for our teeming youth.
Board Chairman of Cocoa Board, Dr. Samuel Ofosuampofo. Away from that, Deloitte Ghana has proposed a bold and multi-pronged policy framework to sustain the Ghana cedi's recent recovery and ensure long-term currency stability. So far, the cedi has appreciated by about 44.5% against the US dollar, 33% against the euro, and 35.4% against the British pound, reversing years of sharp depreciation. In its latest report unpacking the Ghana cedi's resurgence, Deloitte attributes the local currency's turnaround to tight monetary policy, improved fiscal discipline, strong export earnings, and renewed investor confidence at the IMF program. But Deloitte has some concerns. The firm warns these gains may be short-lived without continued policy discipline. To lock in progress, Deloitte is advising government to tighten fiscal management, cut tax exemptions, expand the revenue base, and manage debt more sustainably. It's also calling for urgent export diversification and value addition in sectors like gold, cocoa, timber, and oil to avoid the economic trap of exporting raw commodities and outsourcing job creation. The report recommends policies to attract foreign direct investment and boost remittances alongside with stronger support for import substitution and modernized agriculture to ease pressure on reserves. It further urges reforms in the energy sector to cut costs, reduce inefficiencies, and enhance power supply to support local industry. Deloitte stresses the need to uphold the credibility and independence of the Bank of Ghana with adequate foreign exchange buffers and transparent interventions to guard against future shocks. The report concludes that with the right mix of policy tools, Ghana can transform its currency resurgence into a foundation for sustained economic recovery. A Business Desk report. With that in mind, let's take you to the forex market where the dollar is trading at 12 cedis 50 pesos. The British pound going for 16 cedis 90 pesos. That of the euro could be sold to you at 14 cedis 60 pesos. A reminder that these are rates by some forex bureaus in the capital and not the Bank of Ghana's interbank forex rate. Let's move on to one of our top stories now, and the government has failed to meet its Treasury bill targets for the 6th consecutive week, as investor appetite continues to favor higher yielding Bank of Ghana bills over standard T-bill offerings. According to the latest auction results from the Bank of Ghana, the government mobilized 2.96 billion Ghana cedis, falling short of its 3.35 Ghana cedis target by 11.56%. Despite the shortfall, all bids were accepted, with 360 million Ghana cedis of the total coming from the 364-day bill. Investor demand remained strongest for the 91-day bill, which attracted 2.02 billion Ghana cedis, representing 68.37% of total bids. Meanwhile, interest rates continued their downward trend across the yield curve. And that's it for the breakfast edition of Citi Business News, brought to you by MTN, Goyle and Ecobank. You have more stories on citinewsroom.com/business. I am Ni Latte Latte. Do have a good business day.
Charlie, where are you?
Boss man, I'm at the bank.
Really? But your car is in front of your house.
Bro, my bank on my phone, Charlie.
Oh, how?
Ecobank, bro. With Ecobank mobile app, I can do everything, anywhere, anytime. Listen, I just checked my account balance, paid Ahmed's school fees, and sent money to my grandma at Wale.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Massa, just download the Ecobank mobile app from the Google Play Store or the App Store, or dial *770# and be your own bank manager.
Manager.
Whether to pay bills or fees, to check account statements, send money across Ghana, abroad, and more, Ecobank mobile app has got it covered. Ecobank Mobile, making everyday people live everyday lives the Ecobank way. Ecobank, the Pan-African bank.
If home is where the heart is, then let's go home, shall we? Let's go where the entertainment is, where the passion is, where the laughter is, and sometimes even the tears too. Let's go where we feel safe enough to share our opinions
and send tweets,
where we do that embarrassing little dance to our favorite song. Let's go home where the love, the care, and the joy live.
There's no place like home. Connect your home to super fast internet with affordable data bundles from MTN Home. Visit broadband.mtn.com.gh or your My MTN app to sign up today. Everywhere you go.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
As 14 after 7 will bring you kickoff shortly, which is our sports news edition on the Citi Breakfast Show. Just gone by was the breakfast edition of the Citi Business News. It was proudly brought to you by Ecobank and MTN. Every day people face different emergencies. When you have a money emergency, do not panic. Ecobank will come to your rescue with its new Ecobank money emergency number. It is *770#. If you haven't heard, please save the number then. *770#. It gives you instant access to loans, fund transfer, utility payments, airtime, and data purchase. You can do so much more with this, even without data. So there's no need to panic. Just let Ecobank come to your rescue. *770# is the number to dial for solutions to your money emergencies. Ecobank is the Pan-African bank. And to all the boss ladies out there, the go-getters, the planners, and the do-it-all women, building your businesses one bold step at a time. MTN sees you, steering you every step of the way. That's why they've created the MTN Ejumapa just for you. There's more than a business bestie, special data and call bundles. You stay connected to your customers, suppliers, and everything that helps your hustle grow. There's also the insurance package for you to protect the business that you've worked so hard to build over the years. So it's time to scale up and level up, shine brighter than ever. Dial *5060# and grab your Ejumapa bundle. Let's get to work on your success story together. MTN Ejumapa, powering women in business. Benjamin Nketia is in the studio with all you need to know in the world of sports. Proudly brought to you by Kickoff, proudly brought to you by Politan Shell and Lesher Ho. So anytime you want a water storage tank, go for the original, go for durability, guaranteed quality is the best on the market. They've been in the market for more than 30 years, 3 decades, and they're trusted by all these generations. Polytank is available at the same price across the country at Polytank partner shops. No matter the size you're looking for, durability is always assured. Caution is Polytank does not request for Momo payments online. Now, how do you want your engine to feel today? Confident, protected, ready to perform? Then let's talk about Shell V-Power. Shell V-Power with the Dynaflex technology is specially formulated to clean and protect your engine, giving it the boost it needs. It's designed to remove performance-robbing deposits so that your engine performs at its best. Feel unbeatable because the best choice just feels right. Fuel that feeling with Shell V-Power. Shell go well. Let's talk about the Lesheho Donkomi campaign, bringing you financial peace when you are faced with any distress, no matter the expense, whether education, rent, or unexpected expense. The right loan to meet your needs is what we've got for you. Nana is waiting for your call or WhatsApp 02700 4799 02700 4733. Call Nana, WhatsApp him now, and you're good to go. Let's make life easier now. Lesheho, let's improve life. Benjamin and Katia, our Bonten brother. He will come your way with kickoff.
And a wonderful morning to everybody out there. Let's get into the headlines. Asante Kotoko beat rivals Accra Hearts of Oak to lift the 2025 President's Cup. Also, Ghana's Black Queens take on South Africa in their Women's AFCON opener, and Arsenal complete the signing of Spanish international Martin Zubimendi. Kickoff is proudly brought to us by Shell, Shell Go Well, Polytank Ghana, Zonda GH, and Let's improve life. Let's get into the details now. And Kumasi Asante Kotoko defeated Accra Hearts of Oak by 2-1 at the Accra Sports Stadium to win the 2025 President's Cup. Now, the Porcupine Warriors did play the match, or they and Accra Hearts of Oak played the match in honor of His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama. My colleague Gabi Ofe was at the venue and filed this report.
Well, it's all over here at the Accra Sports Stadium. Kumasi Asante Kotoko getting the better of their arch rivals, Accra Hearts of Oak, after beating them by 2-1 here at the Accra Sports Stadium in the 2025 President's Cup. Now, the game was played in honor of the sitting president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who was here at the stadium the entire 90 minutes to witness the game between Hearts and Kotoko. It's a ninth title for the Porcupine Warriors, and this is what the head coach, the two coaches have been saying after the full 90 minutes.
I think it's part of the industry. At a time when we're controlling, and then we lost a key player, and then it was difficult to reshuffle, and then they took the chance clearly. So you have to acknowledge that.
Everybody wants to win. The moment the win comes, we don't feel anything apart from happiness. We are all happy, and I'm very happy that my supporters too are happy. So we are here to make them happy, and since we are able to make them happy, I'm okay. Happiness came through no other team than Accra as a whole. So we are very, very happy.
It's all joy for the fans of Kumasi Asante Kotoko who thronged the Accra Sports Stadium to witness their team beat their arch rivals Accra Hearts of Oak. But some supporters have been reacting to Channel One Sports, and I've got two gentlemen here who I'll be talking to get their thoughts after the 2-1 win over Accra Hearts of Oak. Boss, your name?
Holy B.
Your full name, please?
Holy Boy D.
Kotoko fan, right?
Yeah, House of Oak.
House of Oak. Well, your team lost to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I don't feel too bad because House of Oak played a very neat game. It was loss of concentration that made them to lose this game. And I know that next time Didi Dramani will look out to those corrections, and then we know we will do it better next time. Kotoko should look out. We never say die. we never say die.
Oh, House of Folk there, they can't beat Kotoko because always Kotoko in their head. Down, House of Folk. So today we have come to win the cup to show Otunfo Osetutu Nana one. The cup on the and I had Quachano. I'm Omia Niada. President John Mama Swasi. Send what me a winning cup way near the Quachana downfall.
All right, so that's some two supporters on the part of Accra Heart of Folk and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. For Heart of Folk, they are very expectant. They say that the loss to Kumasi Asante Kotoko shouldn't have a lot of premium heading into the 2025-2026 season. On the part of Kotoko, one next for them is participation in the CAF Confederations Cup, and they'll be looking to start strong. It's 2 titles in the back for their head coach, Abdul Karim Zito. Reporting here at the Accra Sports Stadium for Channel 1 Sports, I am Gabi Ofe.
So Gabi Ofe filed our report on the President's Cup. Let's move on to the Black Queens now. And their head coach is Kim Las Biokagren. He says his team has the quality to beat every other side at the 2025 WAFCON. Now the Black Queens will be playing defending champion South Africa later today at 5 p.m. He admits there's pressure, but believes they can be the dark horses of the tournament.
I really believe that we are ready for this game. So I don't think that we will win the game because of the age. I don't think that we will lose the game because of the age. I think the best players will be on the pitch, and hopefully the best team will win.
We are all professionals. You don't have to have pressure when you are playing game or something like that. Even though the time will come where there will be pressure on you, but you have to try and control yourself as a professional player. So I don't think going into this game, there's going to be too much pressure on us. So just like our coach has said, we are going into this game as underdogs, and we are trying to do our best and help our motherland Ghana. Very, very, very happy to be here. It's a great opportunity given to us, the players. Some of us, this is our first time playing the AFCON, and we are really grateful and happy to represent our motherland Ghana. And we are just trying to showcase ourselves here. So being here is an opportunity given to us, and we are trying to utilize it. So we are very happy to be here, actually. Thank you to CAF and thank you to Africa. I said earlier, we are going into this tournament.
Meanwhile, he adds that Ghana has so much talent that he is genuinely surprised despite being with the team for some time.
For me, it's like very clear. If you are a coach in this level, pressure can't exist. You need to like the situation. You can be a little bit nervous, but you have to control what you can control. It's especially for me as a coach that I need to show my players that they can trust me in difficult situations, and I think they do. And as a team, of course, we know that we are a little bit of an underdog or a dark horse. We are not one of the biggest favorites that people are talking about, but I know that we have the quality in this group to beat all of the teams in this tournament. So
we had Black Queens head coach Kim Las Biokagren and Black Queens goalkeeper Cynthia Conland speaking there. Now, some other results from the competition. Senegal beat DR Congo by 4-0. Nigeria were also 3-0 winners over Tunisia, and Algeria beat Botswana by 1-0. Now, earlier on Saturday, the Copper Queens of Zambia and host nation Morocco played out a 2-2 draw in the opening game. So later today it's Ghana, South Africa, and then there's also Mali versus Tanzania at 7 p.m. When you go to Europe, Arsenal have completed the signing of midfielder Martin Zubimendi from Real Sociedad in a £51 million deal. Now, the Spain international has signed a 5-year contract at the Emirates after Arsenal agreed the transfer in March, having met his £51 million release clause. Now, Arsenal are also pushing to sign Sporting Lisbon striker Victor Gyökeres, with talks understood to be at an advanced stage. There is no club-to-club agreement yet, but there's an apparent willingness from all parties to get a deal done. To more transfer news, and John Duran has completed a move to Fenerbahce from Al Nassr. Now, the Turkish club managed by Jose Mourinho have signed Duran on an initial loan. Now, the forward only managed 6 months in Saudi Arabia, leaving Aston Villa in January of this year. Now, Brighton and Hove Albion have also confirmed the signing of Belgian defender Maxime de Kuyper from Club Brugge on a 5-year deal. Now, Seagulls boss Fabian Herzella said the left-back, who joins for a reported £17 million, clearly has a winner's mentality. Let's move it on to the Club World Cup. And Chelsea are 2 wins from winning the FIFA Club World Cup and already know their semi-final opponent. The Blues beat Palmeiras by 2-1 thanks to a late own goal to set up a last-4 tie with another Brazilian side in Fluminense. Let's hear from Chelsea head coach Enzo Maresca.
Personally, I think first half we were in control of the game. We conceded nothing. We scored the goal and we could score some more goals. Second half, they start better than us. They score. The game changed a little bit. The dynamic changed. But then I think the last 20-25 minutes we were in control again. And I think we deserve to win the game without being lucky.
Over here, please.
Good day, Enzo. Zach Lowy from RG. I was just wondering if you could shed some light on your thoughts on Nani Madueke. You know, there's been a lot of speculation about his future at Chelsea. It did feel like he was a bit of a bright spark coming off the bench. What are your thoughts on Madueke in general, and overall, how important is he for Chelsea's present and future? Thank you.
Noni has been very important for us during this season. Today, again, he has been important. But my message to the players and to the club is that I want just players that they are happy to be with us. The ones that they are not happy, they are free to go. And it's not for all the players we have. But again, Noni has been very good during the season and very good tonight.
The head Chelsea head coach Enzo Maresca speaking there. In the other semis, Real Madrid will take on Paris Saint-Germain. Let's do some tennis before we go in. World number 1, Arina Sabalenka overcame a battling Elise Mertens to reach the quarterfinals and stay on course for a first Wimbledon title. The 27-year-old, who reached the semi-finals in 2021 and 2023, won 6-4, 7-6, and will next face world number 104, Laura Sigmund, for a place in the last 4. And that's all for this morning's edition of Kickoff. I am Benjamin Nketia. There's more sports at citysportsonline.com.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number 1. Let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go. Even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go. Let's share go. Let's share go. Hey mama, hey mama. Let's share go, we improve your life. Papa Lolo Ankasa. Polytank is everywhere, durable and authentic. Stronger brand you can trust. Polytank, we get some more Rambo and get some more super. And the Polytank we did for Papa Lolo, Papa Lolo, Papa Lolo, Papa Lolo, Papa Lolo Ankasa. Polytank, the original, always the best.
Do you ever wonder how your car's engine is doing as you drive?
Not often.
Does it feel confident and protected, or is it tired and struggling?
I have a busy schedule, so I leave matters of my engine to Shell V-Power. With Shell V-Power, you can feel confident because it is the best ever fuel designed for performance and efficiency. Shell V-Power removes performance rubbing deposits, so you can feel protected.
Fill up with Shell V-Power at a Shell service station near you. Feel confidence, feel protection, and feel performance over and over again with Shell V-Power. Fuel the feeling with Shell V-Power. Go well.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
The Money Matters segment is brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Welcome to the Money Matters segment with Petra. When you invest in a mutual fund, you're not doing it alone. A professional fund manager watches the markets, studies trends, and makes smart decisions on your behalf. It's like hiring a trusted driver for a long journey. They know the safest and smartest routes. At Petra, our investment managers work to grow your money while you focus on living life. Dial *447*70# to get started.
The Money Matters segment was brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
When the pain is too much, don't know what else to do. So rapping all, we'll take the pain away. Rapping all,
Rapinol is what you need. Rapinol will relieve you of all aches and pain in your body. Rheumatic pain, menstrual pain, body pain, toothaches, and other feverish conditions. Rapinol is a quality product from Danex Itins Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. Not suitable for children below 16 years old, asthmatic, and ulcer patients. This advert is FDA approved.
In every Ghanaian home, there's a trunk, not just of GTP fabrics, but also stories and tradition passed on from mother to daughter to help her discover herself, to shape her dreams and hopes, to usher her into becoming a woman wrapped in purpose. Celebrate every woman's journey of growth into womanhood with the new GTP Mother's Day collection, now available at all accredited dealers nationwide, the GTP retail store in Osu, and online at shop.gtpfashion.com. Verify authenticity by matching the code on the edge of the fabric with the code on the label. GTP, life styled.
Charlie, Chairman is still not here. What at all could be the issue? Calm down. Oh, guys, sorry I'm late. Koti bab me for road. Sake of my insurance expire. Some long issue, Charlie.
Chairman Pan. Hey, you make Koti bab you sake of you forget to renew your car insurance when you can get your car insurance sticker instantly on Hubtel. And best of all, you can set a reminder to renew. Simple matter. Just install the app, enter your car number, and oh la la! Your instant insurance sticker is there.
Oh, really? Make I do am now before I forget. But edemu, Charlie, see. Edemu, insurance sticker need demu one time. I can even renew it every month. Wow. Charlie, as for this one, today, as usual, the sitting is on me.
Visit hubtel.com/app to download your Hubtel app and set a reminder to renew your car insurance today. Hubtel is everything you.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Mr. Officer, still love it like that. Extraordinary, juice like a strawberry. a number. Still love you like that. Na 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 na. So we do it, man. Na 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 na. Hey, start like a jackrabbit, finish in front of it. I'm the 90s Jack, that's it. Understand? I'm the daddy of the Mac, daddy. Is a Latin gold made me. Ain't no homie gon' play me. Top celebrity man. I'm the lyrical gangster. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. Still love you like that. No, no.
7:36. A couple of birthdays coming through on the show this morning, and also a very interesting message from my friend Ben Ahunu. He says I should wish his very good friend who supports a different team a good morning. You know, I don't know whether it's because of yesterday's match. But before we get into that, happy birthday greetings coming in this 7th day of July to Eva Chenibua at Asante Bekwai from your brother Sly. And to Samuel Kofi Opoku Dankwa, aka Abrantia KP, aka Obunda of Dansoman. And is wishing that his providence will provide grace, favor, and peace to abound to you throughout the year. And this is from Ascona and all members of the DC fraternity, especially Mary Samini, to Samuel Kofi Opoku Dankwa. Happy birthday to a listener, Veronica Anum Daku, who is a compliance enforcement manager, Senate Accra South area. It's a very nice day to be born, 707. Maybe you were born in 1977 or something, or something 87 or whatever.
Perfect.
Yeah, it would be nice. So 7/7/2025. Happy birthday to Georgia Ohini Yabua of Richard School. This is from your dad, George. You're 7 years old today. And a couple more that came through earlier.
But Dad, here's another one. Happy birthday to Samuel Ewudi and Janice Adobenson of the Audit Department of Deloitte. Also, happy birthday to Salome Atigla of People and Purpose Department. Belated happy birthday to Winnie Ham Waja or Hwaja of the Executive Office and Susanna Jemfi of Strategy, Risk and Transactions Department from your country managing partner, Daniel Kwejo Owusu, and all staff.
Right, and happy birthday to Maron Mensa Siedu, aka Arachui. Wishing you the best of the new year.
And to Anas Arimeyao Anas Arimeyao Anas Tiger IPI. Anas, where are you? You know, they say, Jack, where are you? Yeah, Anas, where are you?
Interestingly, he and his boss share the same birthday.
Kweku Baku Jr. Yeah. Kweku Baku Jr. and Anas Arimeyao Anas, both born on 7th July. If you believe in numbers, that's a perfect number. Double perfection. Get paid smarter with Zenith Bank's Merchant Pay. Make receiving payments fast, easy, and stress-free with Zenith Merchant Pay, the seamless solution for SMEs and corporates. You can receive payments via mobile money, a QR code, bank transfer, or star 966 hash Zenith Bank's USSD, all in real time. Sign up for Zenith Bank's Merchant Pay today at any of our branches and enjoy safe, secure, and instant payments. So the AI masterclass we've been talking about happens this Saturday, the 12th of July at Alisa Hotel, 9 a.m. for only 1,450 Ghana cedis. If you're ready to unlock the power of AI for your business, discover how AI can help your business to work smarter, move faster, and serve better, from marketing and sales to customer service and finance. Join us for the AI masterclass, whether you are a business executive, an entrepreneur, or just curious about how AI really works. This masterclass shows you the tools, strategies, and real work uses of AI that you can apply. Now, what's funny about this announcement is each time I'm watching, I watch a lot of videos on YouTube. Then some annoying guy will just come and say, I know.
Teenagers are doing
I'm like, what's wrong with this guy? Every 20 minutes, he will appear and say, are you still using AI like the old guys? No, young people are making money on AI.
Stop it.
Charlie, the guy did bore me. And he's changed the advert like 3 times. Charlie, Maximus is not like that guy. Maximus is better. He's doing proper AI. He's not shouting at you.
Not at all.
So to register for his AI course, you may call or WhatsApp 0244767801.
Right.
0244767801. I don't know if any of you have seen that. Francis, have you seen that AI guy?
I've seen it and it's quite.
It's an annoying guy. It's the same thing for you up your court. The guy, they bore me past.
It's supposed to provoke something.
No. He's, I don't know who told him that he should be shouting at us. We should stop using AI like something like children are making money on AI and we are sitting there misbehaving with AI. So we should take an AI course. Hey, what is this? Harry. All right, we'll be talking about this year's literacy challenge.
Yeah, man.
And if you're a parent listening to this, or you're a head teacher or a teacher of a school, or you're a JHS student, or you are in a class which is equivalent to JHS,
right?
You really want to raise the volume on the radio set, because the 2025 literacy challenge is going to be very, very special indeed, with a very interesting topic.
Come on.
And of course, there are 3 layers of 3 levels of the competition. So I'll come to that shortly. Today I have 2 ladies in black sitting across me, both looking in their phones, both wearing glasses. One has sprayed the hair red, the other has done Rasta Panyanya. It's not easy, Charlie. The Lord is with me. Rasta Panyanya.
My God.
That's what Sky calls it, Rasta Panyanya. Rasta Panyanya. Yeah, but if you haven't tried Kabi chocolate yet, you're really missing out.
Yes, sir.
Get your hands on the smooth goodness of Kabi chocolate. Available at Palace Mall branches, Migmatch, East Legon and Laboni, Wild Gecko Handicraft Shop at KIA, and Shashi and Super Safe. Also in some shops in the US in the Chicago area, including Abyss Market and A+ stores. Kabi also produces custom-made chocolate gifts for corporate events and businesses. I actually gave... I went to interview a man on Thursday.
Okay.
And I read somewhere that when you visit a great person, you should give them a gift.
Right.
Instead of asking for a gift. So I gave him the chocolates I had been given.
The one branded with your image,
Yeah, I think they came on Wednesday or so.
Yeah.
So they brought me. So I gave him, and he also shared it to some people and he kept some.
Oh, nice.
So I think anytime he eats the chocolate, he will pray for me. So I actually didn't taste the chocolate
at all.
So they brought me 10 pieces. When they brought the 10, 3 people had come for an interview that morning from some company. You remember? So I gave them 1 each. Then I went to do the interview, and then I decided to give him a gift. Something just as give him the gift, and he was happy to accept it. So I didn't taste it.
Oh.
But at least
You missed out, 'cause it was really good. I enjoyed mine up to the weekend.
Well, I tasted some on air.
Yeah.
So the one with the plantain chips.
Oh my God.
So
I've had the dark chocolate.
It is good.
well, sometimes it's better to give things to people so you get a blessing.
That's true. I gave mine to Awu as well. So I'm sure Awu
So I gave out mine to him, and he blessed me.
I unwillingly gave mine out to my twin sister.
Oh, sister, look at you.
It's the honesty for me.
Unwillingly.
Let's face it, nobody wants to spend years at school only for their degree to sit in a drawer collecting dust. Your degree should open doors. Rosebank International University College ensures it does. At Rosebank International University College, we emphasize practical over theoretical, acquire real-world skills, access expert career service, and discover global exchange opportunities. This is your chance to study at an internationally accredited institution without leaving Ghana. Your future starts today at Rosebank International. Call 0307-007-800 or visit our website at riuc.edu.gh. You can also visit our state-of-the-art campus at Opebia House. All right, so Apiako, this year's literacy challenge is been announced, or is being announced, and I welcome you onto the show this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm very fine, thank you. So let me just ask: the red hair, does it grow out of the hair? How does it work? It's like, or is now your hair red forever?
No, it's my hair red forever and ever.
So when it grows, it becomes black again.
It does. Well, my hair is not necessarily black. It's a very dark brown.
So the red, no, will it fall off or you wash it with water?
No. So this is semi-permanent dye.
Come on.
So with every wash, it sort of fades a little. So I do my color touch-ups every 3 to 6
But
weeks.
doesn't hair grow? So wait, the one that comes, the new one will be black or dark?
Yes, dark. So
It will come
like you
from
can see
under.
at the base.
So wouldn't it get to a point where the red will finish?
No, so your hair keeps growing, but you see, also you trim your hair, you groom it so that it doesn't break.
Really?
It remains healthy. All of
So the hair God gave you, you've changed the color.
that. Yes, I have. But he and I are cool. He doesn't have a problem with it. No, you know, Bo.
Oh my God. It's good to have you. How are you doing?
I'm well. It's good to be here.
Yeah, so this year, it seems to me as if we left a little late, right? But we've come out all the same with the challenge.
Well, it's not late.
It's not late.
We've just changed the timelines a bit.
Okay.
You know, the only constant in life is change.
Sharp.
It is.
Yes.
You know, and there's a reason. There's a reason. You know, our young people, our JHS students, most of them will be on vacation at least by the end of July. So through this week, middle of July, through the end, many of them would have gone home for what we call the long vac, right? Those who are Pechepe will say the summer holidays. And we are seeing increasingly that, you know, our young people need to be engaged intellectually. Yes, we've got you're talking about AI this morning. There are lots of interesting things that are happening with AI on our kids' tablets now as well. There are lots of video games. But we need to engage our young people intellectually.
Correct.
Why? Because we need them to be able to have important conversations about who they are, their society, their nation, the world. They need to be plugged in. And sometimes, believe it or not, these are things that they are able to do when they engage in things like creative writing. They engage in things like the things that test their motor skills, putting puzzles together. You know, so the technology is great. That also unlocks another chamber of the brain.
Okay.
But we can't do away with these things. It's not kulu. You know, somebody was asking me, a parent, 2 weeks ago, and she says, you know, she wants her son to write well. And it's just not happening. And so I asked her, does he read? She said, well, not really. I said, well, look, you can't cheat that system. You want to write properly, you have to read.
Absolutely.
Whether you're reading a digibook or you're reading on a tablet, on a computer, reading a physical book, whatever it is, a magazine, you need to read. Because what the mind does when you read is those words, the sequences, the vocabulary, they are imprinted in your mind.
Your head.
So now when you have to write, you're pulling from that repository.
Correct.
And then you're using it, and then you develop your own voice on paper. And unfortunately, a lot of our young people are not gaining access to that skill.
And they are losing it because
they
of the
are.
gadgets.
Even some of the adults.
So the literacy challenge has been on for many years. But of course, we've made it now a 3-leveled competition.
Precisely.
Let's start with the essay. What are they writing about?
So this year, you know, there's a lot of conversation, not just in Ghana, not just in Africa, but globally, about sustainable food systems, agriculture. How are we feeding ourselves? And even in Ghana, we had our Agri Fair a couple of weeks ago, which people are threatening us to do every month. Some people said every week. You know, but on the national level, there's a Feed Ghana program. You know, I think we've all come to understand now, if we didn't see it before, we've all come to understand now that if you want to be a successful country, nation, and mean something to the world on a global scale, then you have to work with what you've got. And Ghana Agric is one of those things. Now, unfortunately, we know the challenges. We are still relying on subsistence systems for agriculture. We are still relying on rainfall patterns that we can't even predict anymore, all of those things. But climate change is there. And so the topic is very simple. It's not new, but it's something that we want our young people to think and write about. So this is it. In not less than 600 words, discuss the effects of climate change on agriculture in Ghana. What challenges do these effects present for individuals, families, communities, and the country as a whole?
Wow, this is 4 levels, right?
That's it.
What challenges does climate change pose for individuals, families, communities, and the country as a whole?
Right.
And what are the rules around this essay?
So, again, simple. Your essay must be in your own handwriting. And I'll explain why later.
So don't type it, write it.
No, write it.
Write
in
it.
your own handwriting,
Okay.
which is also becoming a lost art. Your own handwriting. And it must be endorsed by a parent or a guardian.
Okay.
So an adult. Because these are JHS students, and we'll come to understand why that's important as well as we go along. And then add your full contact details. So it can be your mother's phone number, your father's phone number, your address. If you are going to mail it to us, especially a return address, all of these things, very important. Too many times in the past, we've received great essays, great entries, and then we can't trace where they're coming from because we don't have the contact details.
Okay.
Now, to submit the entries, you either bring it to the front desk of Citi FM in Adabraka, Accra, or the front desk of Channel 1 TV at Tesano, also in Accra.
Okay.
Or you can mail it to us because, again, this is not an Accra competition.
It's a national competition.
National competition. So the PO Box number is PO Box GP 14123 Accra Central.
Okay.
PO Box GP
14123
Accra Central. And
All
the
right.
deadline is the 26th of July. It's a Saturday.
You're kidding me.
It is.
So bring your entries. So this basically 2 weeks to write the essay. But that's not the end of the
No, that's
competition.
not the end of the at all.
When your essay gets in, what happens next?
So the essay, like you said, it's on 3 levels, right? So this is the essay competition, level 1. And we've explained why we are doing that, why it's important. Now, when the entries come, we have our external examiners who work with us, who will go through them, look at them. And you're looking for all sorts of things, the mechanical accuracy, the level of research that would have gone into the essay. Because, yes, they're expressing themselves, but there are some factual accuracies that have to show up in the essay based on the topic, right? You're looking for, you remember mechanical accuracy from school, your spelling, your grammar, your punctuation, those things are important. Then just the general creative expression, how the young person expresses himself or herself in their own voice, in their own words, not trying to sound like an emeritus professor of biology or ecology, but just a young person in Ghana who has done some reading, done some research, and has an interest.
What age group are we looking at, or what specific
so this
classes?
is JHS students.
JHS students,
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
What about those who run on JHS? What grade
The
will this?
equivalent also
So this will be
works.
grade 7, grade 8, grade 9.
There you go.
All right.
There
This
you
is
go.
important for those who run Pearson, Cambridge, and all of those things.
Precisely
All right.
so.
So either JHS 1, 2, or 3,
Or the
or
equivalent.
grade 7, 8, grade 9. The essay must be at least 600 words.
Yes.
So that means 600 or more.
Exactly.
Okay. Handwritten and either posted or brought by hand
Right.
to the front desk. Now, the deadline is 26th July. And what's today's date?
Today is the 7th of July.
So exactly 3 weeks
There we go.
to put this together. All right. Let's urge teachers who are listening to encourage their students to write. Let's urge parents who are listening to encourage their awards or their kids to write this. Even head teachers, because I feel like sometimes when more people in the school enter, also give them a chance to compare themselves against other schools.
Agreed.
As at the national level. So you may have a few good writers in the school who you are proud of. You want to test their quality against the whole region or the whole country. And this is a nationwide competition. Just remind us, when the level 1 is done, what happens?
So from level 1, we receive the essays. Then we are looking for the top 50 from that pool based on your essay that you'd have submitted. So level 1 is an essay competition, but it's also entry into the entire literacy challenge.
Okay,
the spectrum of it. So we have the top 50 essays, which are external examiners will select based on what they're seeing, what they're grading. Then the top 50 contestants move on to level 2, and level 2 is an aptitude test. So we have a test center. The top 50 contestants go there, and they're given a paper, an aptitude test to write. 1.5 hours. Now, again, important because the aptitude test, it's multiple choice, but it's also applied knowledge. So it's not the kind of thing that if you've chewed, you can come and pour. No, there's a lot of reasoning in there, verbal aptitude, quantitative aptitude. Remember those things too. They also exist. In fact, some of the questions are such that over time you'd notice, I mean, Bernard, you've been in the room, you're even given things to interact with, either a science kit or some sort of something you need to figure out in order to answer a set of questions on the paper. So a lot of applied knowledge.
So the top 50 will be sifted from the essay, and then the top 10 from the aptitude test.
Exactly.
And they will take part in a quiz competition.
Live quiz.
Which is my favorite. Somebody wants me to ask, and I think this is a very important question. If somebody just wrote the BEC, can they still write because they're technically in JHS?
But if you've written the BEC, that means that you're more or less on your way out of JHS. You finished JHS.
So you prefer those who are...
No, because by the time you're submitting your essay, you should be either in
but
JHS
hold on. The reason I'm pushing this is, if somebody is in grade 6, they would go to JHS in September.
Right.
So we could say technically that if I wrote BEC last month, until the next time I'm still in JHS.
At the time that you're submitting it, if your school can say, because most of these people have actually done graduations.
Okay. So would you prefer a grade 6 person who's going to be in JHS? Because by the time they do the aptitude test, they'll be in JHS. Because today is...
But by the time you're submitting your entry, you should be in JHS.
Are you sure?
Yes.
That means only JHS 1 and 2, right?
By the time you're submitting your entry.
You sure? Okay. We take that. So this is clear. JHS students, or by the time you are submitting your essay, you should be in JHS.
Right.
You can send your essay either by hand to the front desk of Citi FM Channel 1 or mail it to PO Box GP 14123. Now, let me just repeat the topic. In not less than 600 words, discuss the effects of climate change on agriculture in Ghana. What challenges do these effects present for individuals, families, communities, and the country as a whole? I'll tell you something. Last 2 weeks, a lady called me that she wanted to bring her students to come see me because they were JHS students in a final year in some school. And surprise, surprise, this lady who led the students as their teacher, when we started Citi, she was a participant in the first, at the time you used to call it a right away essay competition. So this is 2006. All right. So she took part in the essay, and she was the best student.
Wow.
I think she went to Wesley Girls.
Okay.
I think so. She was the best student, and then she came to do an internship here, and she's married now, and now she brought her students who were the same age she was.
Wow.
When I first saw her, because I interviewed her as the winner of the right away competition in 2006 or so. She's gone through university. She went to Ashesi, done all the things that she has to do, and now she's handling a mentorship program for some students. So she brought the final year students and said she basically wants them to meet her mentor. It was amazing.
It's brilliant.
It was an amazing time.
Let me blow your mind on the same tangent. You remember this lady, Solasi Mensah?
Yes.
Also a winner of the Right Away contest before it became the Literacy Challenge. So Solasi, I mean, herself went on to publish books, went to study publishing at KNUST, has become a publisher, and she published my second poetry collection and is working on the third.
You can't be serious.
I'm telling you. And she's based in Germany.
You have a better story than mine. I thought my story was better.
She's also a mother now.
Serious? So Selassie is a publisher.
She's a publisher.
Oh, come on. And she published your book.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And she's a published author.
How cool does it
And
get?
she's in Germany.
She is.
She's a mother too.
She's a mother
too. Oh, Lord. I'm old.
Another matriarch.
Because she won in, I think, 2010ish, 2011ish. Wow. So I thought Irabina Hagan was the best story. She won the competition, did an internship here, went to Ashesi. She's now mentoring students, and she brought like 20 students to my
And is also herself a writer.
Yeah, she also writes. Yeah. So this is what I'm trying to say is that this is a whole journey that when you put the students on or through, it leads to many things. So it's not just about the fact that they will win 10,000 CDs at the end or some cash prize. That too is great for them to know they are winners. But we really want people who listen to this station, who watch our TV station, to be part of this challenge. It's a way of bringing our teenagers into what we do. So a lot of times people say, you do a lot of things for adults, you don't do anything for kids. This is for them. This is their thing. This is their challenge, right? The literacy challenge is also for the family. So like mom and dad can help go through the essay, edit it, write it 3 times, let somebody read through for you, do 2 different versions. Just at this time you have 3 weeks.
Right.
So you need to work really, really fast. So like as you listen, luckily most of you have finished exams, are about to write exams. You finish and write the essay. So you can use the essay even as your exam prep, right? In not less than 600 words, discuss the effects of climate change on agriculture in Ghana, and what challenges do these present for individual, family, and community, and the country as a whole. So I'll tell you more about this in the coming days. And Apioko has been here to talk to us about this. Of course, this event is powered by Citi FM.
Absolutely, and then of course Channel 1 TV is in there in the mix, and we have 2 very formidable sponsors who are supporting us this year. Belmu.
Come on.
Have you, Bernard? Have you tried Belmu? Have your children tried it?
They have. I know I don't drink too much milk, but my kids have.
It's
for them actually.
Then you know.
It's for them.
Then you know the story.
Yes.
You know, my favorite is a strawberry one.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there's GB Investment
Wonderful.
on board as well. So we're very grateful to them for making this possible, so that we can celebrate the creative writing skills and the intellect of our JHS students, our young people here in Ghana.
More on this in the coming days, but the 2025 Literacy Challenge has been announced. The essay topic is the first level, then there's the aptitude test, and that's followed by the quiz. I used to win quizzes, so.
We've heard about you.
No, I used to win quizzes. I used to win.
We've heard about you.
You know, I was in SHS 1, and we did a quiz against about 5 other schools. Presec, Achimota, there was WAS, St. Mary's, and some other school. And I won the equivalent of... So I went to Leslie Ajavon.
Okay.
So 2 per school. We won, of course. And then we had... They gave us Fan Milk T-shirts. Blue Fan Milk. And then they gave us the equivalent of... I don't know what's 100,000. I think 100,000 CDs
100,000 CDs then.
That was a lot of money. So they gave each of us that for the prize. It was an anniversary quiz.
That's like 10 CDs now.
No.
100,000 CDs then.
No, I think it was like 100 CDs. Something
That's
like...
100 CDs.
Because I remember I used the
CDs,
money...
100 CDs.
I used the money to buy so-called provisions, and there was still some left. So it couldn't be 10 CDs.
No, okay. It had to be more.
Yeah, I used the money to buy provisions, and it was a lot of money. You know, I didn't save it.
But you used it for important.
Yeah, I used it to buy provisions. So I won the quiz. Yeah. And that gave me confidence, actually. So before I went to uni, you know, if you win, of course it's SHS, but if you win something at that level, it gives you a certain...
It does.
No, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
Well, I remember the first thing I actually won, Graphic did some quiz in the newspaper, and they did it with ABL. You know ABL, they were behind Graphic Road. So I entered the thing and I won, and my sister took me to go and collect. They gave me like 4 crates of this thing, you know, Muscatella. Yeah, I got like 4 crates. No, it was good. I was in JSS. You never forget to Charlie. I'm a winner from Longo. If you grow,
I have a similar story.
I'm a winner, Charlie.
I find this project very interesting, and I'll entreat every young child up within that bracket to take it seriously.
Yeah.
I found myself in Switzerland after winning an essay competition for African students.
That's
This was
right.
somewhere in 2009. And
so this is post SHS.
This is mine was post SHS. But what is important is I like the review stories that the both of you shared.
Yeah.
It transforms your life.
Yep.
But as a young person trying to figure things out, it helps you focus and know. It shapes your dreams, which may be all over. So I kind of love this, and I'm looking for.
Because a lot of times you only do homework. This is the first time you're saying, I'm taking a national project. I'm going to challenge myself with this national event, and I'm going to write it, do my best, and see how I do.
Right.
You know. By the way, the Switzerland, what did you do to get to Switzerland?
So this was an essay about solving a major challenge in your community. I think it was a ITU that put this together. So using technology to solve a community.
How much money did you get on top?
I can't remember.
You can't disclose.
It was too good, so you can't remember.
No, as for Caleb, he's won many things as a debater. So we'll probably give him a chance to talk about that later. But the truth is that all of us here at some stage in our life had to throw our hat in the ring to say, look, I'm going to compete against the very best. And we're on the national platform now. So thank you, Apioko.
Thank you for having me.
So don't forget, you have just 3 weeks to send the essays in 26 July. And today is the 7th, so 21 days exactly. Start writing today. We will go into what's next.
Tech and social media trends is brought to us by Telecel and First Bank Ghana. You know, for the juniors, it's your season. So First Bank is also waiting, and junior internship program is back and ready to inspire the next generation. So this long vacation, enroll your children or wards in the First Bank Ghana Junior Internship Program, JIP, for an unforgettable learning and work-life experience through internship, mentorship, and counseling. So the junior internship program runs from Monday, July 14, 2025 to Friday, September the 12th. The enrollment process is simple. Sign up your child or ward for the Kids First account designed for children up to age 12. Alternatively, sign them up for the Me First account crafted for teenagers between 10 to 14. Then you apply for the First Bank Ghana Junior Internship Program. Your child or ward will then embark on an exciting 5-day learning experience at any of First Bank's branches. So if you have a child who is telling you they want to be a bank manager, they want to run a bank, this is the experience they need. They will receive a certificate along with products from Gino, Kivo, Top Up Pharmacy, Awake, Kiki, and Pepsodent, and then they stand a chance of winning attractive cash prizes for excelling in an essay writing competition. So call these numbers now: 0260-860-250. firstsolutions@firstbankgroup.com is the email.
Edwin Kwakufi is joining us with the segment. Edwin, welcome.
Thank you, Bernard. Good morning. Well, apologies, but this is going to be a sports-heavy tech and social media trends.
We understand.
Because over the weekend, we had Diogo Jota's funeral. Former Liverpool player who died along with his brother Andre Silva. Very quick funeral from the family. A lot of friends, teammates, officials of the various clubs he played for were present. But one thing that made the news was the absence of Cristiano Ronaldo, who was the captain of Jota's international team, Portugal. So obviously people were complaining.
But he sort of, I think he explained that.
Yeah, his sister did explain that when their father died, Ronaldo was still a big superstar at the time, and the camera crew, people were...
It overshadowed
the events. Graves were desecrated. The things were destroyed because people wanted to get close and take... Exactly. They wanted to get close and take videos, photos of Ronaldo. And obviously he didn't want anything to overshadow the funeral of Jota.
I agree with him.
And he stayed away. So it was mostly damned... because he didn't, because people were upset anyway. So there was.
But what did they want Ronaldo to go and do there?
No, they felt because he's the team captain.
But he wrote a nice tribute, and I think people are just.
And other teammates of Jota, Alisson and Luis Diaz were not present.
They couldn't go. Even Salah couldn't make it.
But they didn't face any criticism. Alisson wrote before the funeral that he would not be there, so I think that's helped. And people said maybe Ronaldo could have also written beforehand that he wouldn't make it.
The funeral was very, very quick because he died last week. Is it Wednesday?
Yeah, it was Thursday.
And then by Saturday. So they didn't really waste time.
So it was a quick funeral.
But is that the only thing trending under Jota? I thought people should be sending messages and stop criticizing Ronaldo.
Well, the messages came over the weekend and on Friday.
And Monday,
everyone is talking about Ronaldo, talking about the players who didn't make it.
It's called the mob.
Yeah.
They always find somebody to scapegoat.
Yeah. Second thing is the President's Cup, which happened over the weekend at the Accra Sports Stadium. A lot to talk about. Asante Kotoko beating Accra over 2-1. But you're not happy about that at all.
Why it's not trending?
It is actually. It's
not trending.
It's trending. Like the various things. The President's Cup, Shatta is trending because he performed. Mahama is trending because he was there. Kotoko trending because they won. Hearts trending because they lost. And also Emmanuel Amankwa, who missed the penalty for Hearts of Oak, a very terrible penalty, is also trending.
Somebody was asking, how do Hearts recruit their players? Charlie, I was so sad.
Yeah, really poor penalty.
Oh God.
And this morning, or maybe last night, we got news that Arsenal are very close to signing one of the best strikers in the world currently.
How do you pronounce that name?
Gyökeres.
Gyokere. Where is he from?
He's a Swedish international.
Gyökeres,
yeah. Yeah, so they are getting close to signing him. The fee, they are still working on the fee with Sporting Lisbon. They've agreed in terms of player wages and player bonuses and everything has been agreed with the player. So he's on the verge.
So this is after getting the Spanish midfielder
Zubimendi, who comes in to replace Thomas Partey, and we know of the issues.
That's not make well, though.
Yeah, they are making a number of signings, and what's interesting is Gyökeres has scored 90 plus goals in the last 2 seasons.
So he's like Haaland level.
He's Haaland level.
Just banks the goals in.
Every single competition, Champions League, even for his country, he's very, very prolific.
And we have Darwin Nunes.
So if they manage to get him, a huge signing. And in tech news, the BBC reported that Akon's futuristic city, which was supposed to cost about $6 billion, it has been abandoned for something more realistic.
Okay.
So the phase 1 of the project was supposed to have been done in 2023, and was supposed to have a hospital, a shopping mall, a school, a police station, a waste center, and a solar plant to power the whole facility. But at the moment, there's only a uncompleted reception area that's been at the site. So the people in the area are very upset because they were promised jobs, they were promised better livelihoods in Senegal, Dakar.
Future city.
Futuristic, yeah.
And only the reception is done.
Yeah, it's drawn comparisons to Wakanda. You know, everybody, Black Panther, the city there, very futuristic. And it was supposed to run on Akon's new cryptocurrency called Acoin.
And this is interesting.
Yeah, the musician himself has come out and said the Acoin, which is not performing well.
Acoin.
Yeah, yeah, he's come out to say it was poorly managed. He himself has admitted that it was poorly managed because it's doing really poorly. And they've decided to scale back the project completely.
So can I also come with my own coin and give it the name?
Yes, you can.
A coin.
Yes, you can. It just has to be managed properly. In the first few days, if people are that interested in cryptocurrency in Ghana, it might do well. But then over time, it tends to drop and it becomes...
So he wants to build a futuristic city.
He wanted to, but over time, it was announced in 2018. Supposed to have completed first phase 2023, but at the moment 2025, it's only the reception.
Let me ask, do you guys think we need a new city in Ghana built from scratch?
Absolutely. The president Mahama, before he was elected, mentioned something about
like
building a city.
Would you move there if there was a new city with well planned roads, tree lined avenues, everything is planned? Would you move there?
Absolutely, if the housing is affordable there.
If there's a job.
And there's a job
too. So, yes, absolutely.
Good transportation.
Yes. If it's a menu. All right.
I think that's the benefits of a futuristic city.
So why doesn't he move it to? Why doesn't Akon's bring it to Accra? Why is it turning to Dakar?
Well, that's his home
town.
So I think he wanted to do something for the people, and they're upset that they've not got everything that was promised them.
Akon. All right, Charlie. Edwin, thank you for being on the show with Tech and Social Media Trends. Stay with us.
You know, listen, guys. One day, an old lady inherited a huge sum of money. Her family worried about how to break the good news to her. They feared that the sudden good news might give her a heart attack. And so they decided the family doctor who was experienced in delivering such news, should be the one to tell her. And when he did, surprisingly, she smiled. Relieved, he asked, "What are you going to do with all that money?" She replied, "I am going to give you half." The doctor rather had a heart attack. Can you imagine? People are often surprised when we put them first. At First Bank, that's what we do. We put you first. Experience the gold standard of banking with First Bank. Open an account today and enjoy our user-friendly mobile app, quick banking via *894#, convenient shopping with our Visa prepaid and MasterCard, and more. All designed to serve you better. First Bank, you first.
There is small money, there is big money, and there is too much money. Telecel Too Much Money promo is here. Dial *500# to opt in. In the Telecel Too Much Money promo, you can win 100 Ghana cedis cash in the daily draws, 20,000 Ghana cedis in the weekly draws, and 1.2 million Ghana cedis in the grand draw. That's 1.2 million Ghana cedis. Simply reload airtime to end point to stand a chance to win. Dial *500# or visit the Telecel Play app to opt in now for the Telecel Too Much Money promo. Terms and conditions apply.
Telecel, connecting energies.
This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
More Cerelac for your city, more goodness for your baby. What are we talking about? The new 300-gram Cerelac wheat pouch is the same great Cerelac you love, now in a convenient 300-gram pouch for easy refilling of your Cerelac tin. Get the new 300-gram Cerelac wheat pouch today to refill, save, and smile. More goodness, less cost. Cerelac, care for them, count on us. This advert is FDA approved.
Ojo, it's 3 a.m. What now?
Ya tisubiomo, ya tisubiomo.
Ojo, not again. It's 4 a.m. What's now?
Sorry. Last year was Yatisubium. This year, crowd, yeah, we've gone lower. Yasaya Tiso. I'm back with good news. Amazing news. I've been so cool. SG Ghana loans are back with even lower interest rates. If you're a salaried worker, whether you're on CAGD payroll, work with an SG Ghana listed institution, or already bank with SG Ghana, this is your time. Whether it's completing your dream home, paying school fees, or handling other personal needs, SG Ghana has the perfect loan for you. Walk into any SG Ghana branch from now till September 2025 and ask about Yasaya Tisu Loans promo. Let's help you get things done. You can also call 0302-214-314 for more details. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva Tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-322-31. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
When the stars come out, Ghana Weekend turns up the lights. From the hottest red carpet moments to the wildest after parties. And for all your celebrations, anniversaries, and unforgettable moments, if it's happening, we're there. First, fast, and fabulously. Your front row pass to Ghana's A-list lifestyle is just a click or a channel away. GhanaWeekend.com and Ghana Weekend TV, where fame meets the fans. Promote your next big event with us, because when you party with the stars, the whole nation of Black Stars should know. Visit GhanaWeekend.com, watch and subscribe to Ghana Weekend TV on YouTube. Stay connected with us across all platforms. Follow us on Instagram with the handle at GhanaWeekend.com, on X at Ghana Weekend, on TikTok, Ghana Weekend, and on Facebook at Ghana Weekend. Join the Ghana Weekend family today. Ghana Weekend, all access, all glam, all yours.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
all out here working day by day. So tell me,
22 minutes past the hour of 8. There's never been a better time to get things done, and SG Ghana is here to make it possible. Our low interest loans are back. So if you're a salaried worker, whether you're on controller and accountant general's department payroll, working with an SG Ghana listed institution, already banking with SG Ghana, this is your time. From now to the end of September, apply and receive a loan from SG Ghana for your personal and business needs, and enjoy unbelievably low interest rates during the Asante Su loan promo. Join thousands of Ghanaians transforming their lives with the money they need at rates they love. Visit any SG Ghana branch near you or call 0302-214-314 for more details about the Asante Su loan promo today. Terms and conditions apply. SG Ghana, the future is you. At Western Villas, our stunning homes located at Ayi Mensa redefine elegance. For each home is a masterpiece designed with precision and love, from swimming pool, gym, playground, beautiful landscape gardens, private balconies, and more. With just 5% deposit, you can reserve your space. Contact us today to learn more about our luxury homes at Ayi Mensa or executive plots at McCarthy Hill. Call us on 0536 50 22 95 or visit westernvillas.com for more information. I'm going to test you, Caleb. Last week, during our interview with the Kusi gentleman on the Amasaman Pokwasi Road.
Okay.
He listed. Don't make reference to your notes.
No problem.
He listed at least 10 communities on the Pokwasi to Nsawam Road.
Yeah.
Without referring to anything.
Yes.
I'm going to give you 5 minutes.
Okay.
To write on paper all the communities he mentioned. All 10.
Oh, okay.
If you can do that, I will dash you.
Kebi.
My Kebi is finished. I'll give you a gift,
which
is a nice tea somebody brought to me.
Oh,
I know you like
nice.
tea.
Yes, I do.
So this is the question for the morning.
All right.
My listener, my interview, we listed at least 10 communities between Pokwasi and in Sawam. You two, you are in a quiz. It's for the two of you. So without referring to your notes, put your phone off. Take a pen and a paper and list the communities between Pokwasi and Insawam. And the winner, a friend of mine brought me two boxes of tea. One is breakfast tea, one is black tea for afternoon. I'll give you the winner the black tea.
I'm drinking the tea whether I win or lose.
Welcome to Seamless Banking with Prudential Bank's mobile app. Perform instant transactions, link mobile money wallet, scan GHQR to pay, manage your cards, transfer money between banks, and do so much more. No more banking hours. Experience simple, secure, and convenient banking wherever you are 24/7. Download the Prudential mobile app now from the App Store, the Google Play Store, the Huawei Gallery. That's the Huawei App Gallery. Visit the Prudential Bank website or social media platform for more. Prudential Bank, truly dependable. So we are doing a quiz this morning. It's a geography test. List 10 communities between Pokwase, Amasaman, and Nsawam. So you can start from Pokwase and you can list them because neither of you live there. So and neither of you have lived.
I didn't do geography. So
you didn't do geography. No. This one doesn't come up in geography. This one doesn't come up in geography. This one it's listening skills. And if you're a listener who also knows those routes, let me know. I'm doing this because we're going back on the road discussion shortly, but we want to test if my co-presenters here know the areas we are discussing. Now, if you get below 5/10, I will arrange with the news editor for you to go to the road this week to file a report. If you get below 5/10, I will make an arrangement that we'll put you in a 4-wheel drive. You sit in the branded Land Cruiser,
nice,
and we'll give you a recorder, and you are going to experience the road.
So let me just put this out, maybe like a confession.
Yes.
I hardly am ever on that side of town.
Well, Bernard, she needs the experience.
Why? You need that.
My life revolves around the eastern side of Accra. So it's Legon, Medina.
Exactly.
I usually don't find myself
Exactly.
there. Okay, so that's one confession.
Exactly.
And I didn't do geography, so these are my 2 weaknesses.
It doesn't matter.
And I have only
Do you know the amount of business you can get as a lawyer in that part of town?
I know.
Because there's plenty litigation on that road.
All right, I'll come back to that in a second.
Yeah.
I'm giving you a lot of time to think about this because I think we need to know the names of the places we live. So, name 10 communities between Pokwase and Nsawam. For a price, Shiba, please bring the tea bag, the small bag, the small box, not the big box. In the meantime, when Republic Bank says they are the one for you, they mean they are the one for you.
Oh, yeah.
That's why they've reduced their city mortgage interest rates even further to a new low in the teens. That means you can afford to own your dream home or your next one for less. But don't wait. This offer is only available for a limited time. And if you already have a mortgage with your bank, you can switch to Republic Bank and enjoy this exciting deal. Send an email to myhome@republicghana.com. That's myhome@republicghana.com. In Accra, call 054-0109-649 or Kumasi 054-0109-901. No, I want you to read what is on the price. What product is it? This is somebody, I didn't buy it. It's not made in Ghana tea. But somebody brought me a nice tea box. What's the label called? Shiba is our ring announcer. What's the name on the tea bag?
Okay, so this says black tea afternoon blend, Selfridges and Co. 20 tea bags.
Correct.
And then Selfridges selection expertly sourced.
Yeah. So this is somebody brought it to me.
Black tea.
And so I'm drinking the breakfast one and I want to give you the afternoon one to somebody.
Black
so the competition is very simple. List the at least 10 communities between Pokwase and Nsawam as given by Mr. Kusi.
It doesn't have to go in the same order, right?
It doesn't. And while we are doing that here, find me the audio. I interview Kusi, the audio.
Charlie, why are you doing that?
No, please don't.
Why are you doing that?
Focus. Siba, find me the audio of my interview with him where he mentioned the 10 or so communities. Okay. So, in the meantime, I'm going to play a report on a different route. When I finish,
I think we are done.
You are done. Okay.
Okay, so I know what I got.
Give me the pen. Francisca, mention yours.
So I have. Does it include Pokwase?
No, Pokwasi is the starting point. So between Pokwasi is not part.
So I have Fise.
1.
I have Hebron.
No, but Ben, she will say I've updated my list. So why don't you take it?
Yes.
And then you announce.
Yeah, but you should
it.
mention. Yes.
I have Hebron. I have Awoshi. I have.
You have what? You have Hebron. You have Hebron.
Yeah, there's Hebron.
Okay, then you have what?
Awoshi.
No, Awoshi.
No, Awoshi is not part.
Let me say what I have.
Okay,
Then you will judge.
Okay, sorry.
I have Anya. And there's one that starts with a K. Is it K something? I can't remember. And then there's.
No, give it to me. let me mark this. This is so bad. Pokwasi to Nsawam Road. Yes. Pokwasi is not part. Oh, Fise is correct. Yeah. Hebron is correct. Awoshi is wrong.
Yes.
Anya is wrong.
Yes.
K.
K is what? KK.
And then you know the West Bank. She even wrote Nsawam before Dobro. You know, if this was a straight line, I'll give you half.
Oh, you said in
okay.
Okay.
So Dobro is correct.
Yes.
So you got 3 out of 10. Because Pokwasi and Nsawam are the 2 boundaries.
Oh,
so you got Fise, Hebron, and Dobro. Now, Caleb got Shikpon Tele, Sapeman, Fise, Hebron, Midia, Dobro, Amasaman, Ofanko. No, Ofanko is wrong. Ofanko is before Pokwasi.
Yeah.
So Amasaman.
But you did geography.
So Ofanko is wrong. Nsawam is already there. Pokwasi is also ready. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 over 10. God. And then you go. So the 2 of you got 10 over 20. No, this is terrible.
No, but the communities are they 20? It's 10. You asked us to give you 10 names.
Yeah, but there's more. You didn't mention satellite. You didn't mention Kuntunse. You know, Pobiman.
What about Nsakina too, right?
No, Nsakina is not part.
So
hold on. Go back to the one that you. Yes. So
from my notes, I have Nsawam. I have. So Pokwasi, Fise, Amasaman, Pobiman, Toman.
No, hold on. Torman,
Sapeman, Shipontele, Kuntunse, Midye, Hebron, Dobro, Nsawam, Amasaman.
Yeah.
No, I've already mentioned Amasaman.
So between Nsawam and Pokwasi, you can get 10.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can get 10. So you got 3, which is fail, and you got 7, which is good.
Yes.
So on behalf of the production team of the City Breakfast, I present to you black tea afternoon blend, 20 bags of tea, bright, refreshing, and fragrant. Selfridges and Co. Blended exclusively for Selfridges to our own recipe. Brightening your everyday.
Yes.
It brings you extraordinary ingredients and flavors carefully selected from our food.
Thank you.
Correct for 10 points. All right. In the meantime, let's take you to Santor, because the users of the Santor roads say that their road has actually been in a worse state than the Pokwasi road for much longer, and that when we started the advocacy on the Nanakrom Major roads, their road was in a very bad shape, and it's been so since. So here are highlights of what they've been telling our reporter on the state of their roads.
This is the Santor Ajay Kojo Road, a key route connecting several communities to the Tamamoto Way. Yet, the road has never seen asphalt. Erosion, deep ruts, and stagnant water have transformed it into a hazard. Every rainfall turns the road into a mud trap where vehicles sink and commuters are left stranded.
Look at the road. Which kind of contractor is that? He has created a mess for us. Our cars are spoiling. We didn't vote for this. So I beg you, the government should do something. It should do something about it. Day in, day out, if the rain fall, we are suffering. Why? Are we not Ghanaians? Are we from Cote d'Ivoire or Benin? We are all Ghanaians. So government have to do something about it.
Back in 2021, frustrated residents blocked the road and burned ties in protest. But nearly 5 years on, the situation remains unchanged. The frustrations have only deepened.
This contractor, they be contractor. What road? What bridge? 300 feet cross. We are suffering over here. Please, the government should do something about it for us.
You plead on the government.
What is going here? It's badly. Because really, look at what they were doing. They didn't care about us. All our cows over here, it doesn't sound well.
We are bound on him, what's not come with our country, we are from Bessie. Now, so you are to Abba. Then, Tini, to Abba. Yeah, you contract us on by your one, no monitor contract no your quan, said, you man or yano, a quan as anchor. And the young pen from Boy and Yabrewo, Santo, East Legon Hills. Tiadin East Legon Hills, Nancy Wuban to Mimba.
On rainy days, the potholes turn into murky ponds, concealing their depth and damaging vehicles. A stored drainage project has worsened the situation, allowing rainwater to collect unchecked and further erode the road. Matters got worse when a contractor, while attempting to construct drains, accidentally damaged a water line belonging to a local water company. Since then, gallons of water have been gushing onto the road, further worsening the situation. In the absence of government intervention, some residents, including the managing director of NBA Investments, Eric Citi, have stepped in to help grade sections of the road. But he says the financial burden has been worrisome.
A trip of filling is about 2,000 Ghana cedis. From here to the gate, you need at least 15 to 20 trips. The grader, fuel, labor, you put it together, do the math. You're talking about 40,000 Ghana cedis, And in fact, Silicon had been grading the road from the gate all the way to Santor. That is even much more. So we spend a lot of money.
Local business owners say the road condition is crippling their operations, with fewer customers willing to navigate the poor roads.
It's been really frustrating. We used to have customers that buy stuff from online and come in to pick it up. But because of the bad roads, they can't even drive through the roads. And because we can't get them to come to the shop, we can't make sales. And if we don't make sales, we can't pay taxes, of course. And we have a few staff as well that we have on payroll. And if eventually we can't get them to come to the shop, we'll end up having to lay off some of our staff. And when we do that, we know the economy of Ghana and people struggling and getting them to stay at home, which is not a very good thing. So we are using this opportunity and this platform to really plead with the government to look at how horrendous the road is, even to drive on it, no matter how high your car is. We have the bridges that is like one-sided. We have cars that are almost tumbling into the little gutter that you see there. It is horrible.
Customers are not coming. In fact, we lost a lot of customers. As you can see, the place is dry. There are other shops down there. Nobody is patronizing. In fact, I don't even use the road, so I don't expect any customer to either use the road.
The assembly member for the Santor and Nyase electoral area, who also serves as the GPLTU executive, says drivers have had enough. While attempts to contact the contractor have failed, he reveals that lack of funding remains a key obstacle.
I talked to the contractor yesterday, and the contractor said Monday, maybe they are come to the road to come and start something. But as I'm talking to you now, me myself, I'm a GPLT worker. So all the cars are on the road. They reported to me. But yesterday night, about 13 drivers came to me that now they can't work on the road anymore because their cars, anytime they work, they have to put all the money inside the car, the repairing of the car. So for now, what I will say is that I'm appealing to the government as an assemblyman and the communities, if they can do something.
This stretch of the road behind me has no asphalt covering, and during heavy rainfall, it turns into a muddy mess, making it difficult for vehicles to commute the road. Residents are also raising concerns of how it's impacting their businesses and their daily lives. They are calling on the government to immediately come to their aid to salvage the situation. Reporting for Channel 1 News, I am Kennedy Chumesi.
So that was a report by Kennedy Chumesi on the never-ending saga of the Santor Road. It's about 6 kilometers road, and that road, I felt, what's funny, this morning, the Minister for Sports is visiting the Bontema Sports Complex with the team that put it up, right? And I feel like the road suffered from Boteman, because I know the area very well, that the Ashaiman is a busy market center that links to Medina. So you definitely the road between Ashaiman and Medina. All right, and there are 3 possible ways of coming. So you could use the motorway, which is a longer route. You could use Santor, which is the shortest. And then you could also use Boteman, which is like a middle kind of thing. You could also use Atadeka and pass through Amrahia area, but that's very far. So the shortest route between Ashaiman, and by the way, Ashaiman and Medina markets are probably 2 of the largest markets in these parts. So there's a lot of movement between Ashaiman and Medina. The Santor Road has been the main road, and it's been in a very bad state for a long time. So typically, if you come into Medina, you have to use the motorway, get to Shiashi. It's too long. Now, when they built the Olympic Village, Boteman, they created a shorter route to School Junction, which then takes you to Botre. So you can say they've halved the motorway route, but that still does not mean that the Santor Road should not be done, because the Santor Road is the original road.
That's right.
All right. You've done reports on this before?
Several.
I shouted myself hoarse for over a decade on this road. All right. So I hope the minister prioritizes the road. We don't know if the contractor was a victim of the debt exchange or whether he just has not been paid. But I sincerely know that this government has to do that road.
Yeah.
You know, even if you are going to do politics, that area, Ashaiman and Adenta, is heavily, they vote heavily for the NDC.
Which is true.
You understand? So even if you want to do politics, and I don't want to politicize it, but we remember the Ashaiman MP accused the previous government
of neglecting
roads in his community because of his party. And he even got some grader to come and level some roads. Now, Adenta, I want to say that the Adenta and the Ashaiman MP, I think they should even form some alliance. Unkatamanso, Adenta, Ashaiman.
This should even include the Medina MP, because roads connecting, from Ayimensa, when you're connecting on the right, Damfa, Otinibi, all the way to the Adenta Dodowa Road. That stretch is very bad. And the minister the MP for Medina made the same argument that because he was an opposition MP, his roads were.
You remember
stabbed.
when they wanted to arrest him because the thing about Medina, you're right, Medina is part because he had tried to do a protest march with some people. And they wanted to arrest him because this is the Otinibi Road, down for Otinibi. So I feel like Katamanso, Ashaiman, Adenta, and Medina MPs should come together and sponsor a question or a series of questions for the minister, because those roads, for me, you know how you said that you've never gone to the Insawam side, the area you live, the area you live. The logical expansion of those areas is what I'm talking about. So if somebody is living in a rented property in Sebuche and they want to buy land, they'll probably go and buy it within the area. Do you get it? So it's a lot of people live there who work in town. It's I don't understand why the road is the way it is. So MP for Bunkatamanso, whose name I don't remember, MP for Ashaiman, what's his name? Nogbe. MP for Medina, Frances Xavier Sosu, and MP for Adenta, Ramadan. Please come together and do something about those roads. You are in Parliament to lobby. Find a way of lobbying the road minister to prioritize not just that road. There's another one. There's another road that requires a lot of attention. It's the road from Dowenya to Afienya. Now, that Dowenya to Afienya road is probably the worst road in Accra. It's probably the West Road in Accra because we've done a number of reports on that road as well. Again, the traffic at Community 25.
It's crazy.
All right. So if you're traveling to the Volta region on the south side, traveling to Ada, there's so much traffic you meet from 25 all through to Dowenya. Now, that traffic can be halved if the Dowenya Afienya road is done, because it basically cuts traffic. So if somebody is going to the northern part of the Volta region, and is coming from, say, Sogakope, he doesn't need to come all the way through to Tema. If somebody's coming from Pram and they're going to, say, Ashaiman, or they're going to Dodowa, or they're going to the eastern region, they don't have to come through 25. So there are certain roads that when you do, it has 2 benefits. It's beneficial in its own right, but also reduces traffic on another road. All right. So the Dowenya to the Dowenya to Afenya Road, and then from Afenya to Dodowa. So I'm connecting the road now.
Yeah.
Dowenya to Afenya is Samuel George, Ningo Pram Pram.
Yeah.
Afenya to Dodowa is partly Ponkatamanso and partly Shai Osudoku. Do you follow the logic? So that's the Afenya to Dodowa Road. Part of it goes through Christian High, which is a very good school. You know Christian High School. So again, so you can drive from Dowenya all the way to Dodowa without coming through Tema. And both roads are in a very bad shape. The government needs to do something about these roads.
So the MP for Ponkatamanso is Honorable Tete Akwete Joseph Akwete Tete.
So Samuel George for Ningo Pram Pram,
Yes.
Joseph Akwete Tete
Yes.
for Ponkatamanso, Ernest Nogbe for Ashaiman, Francis Xavier for Medina,
And then Adenta.
Ramadan. You need a joint commission on northeastern
Road
Accra Road.
Very
Let me take you to the Ashanti region next. Actually, for the Bono region, this is Doma Hinkro to Nkrankwanta.
You know, I wanted to update you a bit on what the Kohun residents have been saying.
Okay.
Just as the Nsawam residents have formed a WhatsApp group.
Oh, there's another
WhatsApp group here. And
What's
they
it called?
say, fix Pong barrier now.
Oh, you joined that group?
Yeah, I'm part of
What
that
are they
group
saying?
as well. So, for example, this one tagged me and says, they shared a video of an iron rod on the Temamoto Way around Abattoir, which is poking out.
Yeah.
And they talk about how dangerous it is. And it says, please, we need to make some noise to alert the authorities concerning this, to at least fix that and about 150 meters stretch from the Abattoir Road towards Toyota Center in the Tema to Accra on that stretch.
You know why the Temamoto Way, I don't want to talk about it too much.
Because it's been expanded.
They are building a new, but the person is right. There is very, very problematic.
Yeah.
But which part of the Akon Road are they asking for?
So
repairs?
they tell you about TT Brothers to Dowenya stretch.
Correct.
That it needs some temporary work warehouse there while the expansion is going on.
Yeah.
The Kumbaria intersection, because the minister was coming around.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is a message to the local contractor on that stretch.
Okay.
That because the minister was going on a tour there, it was quickly done, but it has deteriorated already. So this is to the contractor working on that stretch. Now here's a list of other areas: Bombaria intersection, Savannah Junction, Afienya Junction, Pram Pram Junction. Now they say these areas all need urgent attention. We kindly and humbly request that motorable roads be provided while the main construction works continue. And just as you said, Kakra needs to go to Nsawam to experience the place. They actually asked me to move there, so I asked them to find a property there.
Just another
enter
update.
it.
You remember last 2 weeks we did a program where we brought you feeder roads that were being upgraded.
Yes.
So on Saturday, the Ministry of Roads through the Ghana Highway Authority put up another invitation for tender for reshaping grading of gravel roads. So this is more trunk roads.
Okay, so we moved from the feeder roads to urban roads.
So they call it routine maintenance of trunk roads.
Right.
So this is Ghana Highway Authority. So these are highways or bigger roads. Now, again, for the whole country, the Greater Accra region has 26 roads mentioned. The Volta region has 32.
Yeah.
OT has
25.
Then there's Eastern has how many? 24.
24.
Central has 52.
53 actually. Ports and town roads included.
No, Central has 62.
Oh, it goes all the way down. Nice.
Central. Western North has how many? 21.
21.
This one, Ashanti has 17. Western has 34. Bono has 22. Bono East has 9.
Right.
Northern has
Nothing's good.
55.
Right.
Northeast has 29. Savannah has 29. Upper East has 38. And Upper West has
Goes all the way down to 54.
no, Upper West has 54, and then Ahafo has 23.
23.
Then there's another list here: routine maintenance of trunk roads paved. So what I did was unpaved.
Yeah.
Now this is the one I like. I'm going to do the paved one. Routine maintenance of paved roads. Greater Accra region. The roads listed are
Adenta Agomeda.
I'm coming. The number of roads for Greater Accra
Okay.
is
20.
20. Adenta Agomeda.
Yeah.
16 kilometers.
Right.
Tetekwashi interchange
18.50.
to where? Eastern boundary.
To, yeah.
18 kilometers. Tetekwashi to Malam, 14. So these are paving of roads or like patchworks.
Okay.
So basically, let me read the announcement.
Yeah.
The Ghana Highway Authority, presented by the Ministry of Roads and Highways, acting to the Ghana Highway Authority, has allocated funds to the Ghana Road Fund Secretariat as part of its budgetary allocation to cover the cost of routine maintenance of trunk roads which are paved, and intends to apply part of this fund to cover eligible payments and the contract of road listed hereafter. So these are just routine maintenance. Adenta Agomeda, Tetekwashi interchange to Greater Accra Eastern Boundary, Tetekwashi to Malam,
Tefle
bypass, Sege Lolonya, Goy Okowese, Kase Adanfo and others, Sege to Mepe. I've used Sege to Mepe many times, 28 kilometers, very, very bad. Sege Junction to Greater Accra region boundary, 37 kilometers. Dowenya Junction, Pram and others, 18 kilometers. Botiano Junction to Botiano.
Very bad road.
And then there's also Botiano to Botiano Junction 2. Kaswa Toll Booth. There's Sege Anyaman, Temaran about Sogakope. So Caleb, this is more patchworks.
Yeah.
What we are asking for is not, this is great, but what we are asking for is for substantive roads to be done.
Correct.
So let me take you to the Bono region and hear Michael Safompum's report about the Doma roads.
The Doma in Kwanta Road in the Bono region has become nearly impassable, leaving drivers and residents in frustration. The road, which runs through the Doma Central Municipality and Doma West District, affecting communities such as Diabakrum, Isuhia and Masu, is not only critical for local movement, but also connects to parts of the Western North region and even neighboring Ivory Coast, including towns like Kotokoso, Dami, and Nibreso. But with deep potholes and eroded surfaces, the road has become a burden. Drivers say it is not only damaging their vehicles, but also driving up costs and disrupting transport services. Richard Owusu Efriye, station master at the Nkran Kwanta Lorry Station, says his concerns emphasizing how the road's condition has worsened over time and continues to cripple transport operations. Some drivers also recount their daily struggles navigating the rough terrain, many describing the situation as unsustainable for business and dangerous for passengers.
The change is a face of that because the Biaba Uba getting Kakranga are finding it into a buy bread.
La quine is the baby a duro, gates, and a wopanaso, and a potuso, gates, quana secra, quite a bit may use to be 30 minutes abano. When I'm sure this at 1 hour. Ya quine same say, wa, free by to her wow hubby. Quane in your boss, a quine a quino, a video near put to a man who first na mecano, a drain, first time a day, match a pie 40 minutes. I'm a drunk hunter. See them in the 1 hour 20 minutes.
Responding to the concerns, District Chief Executive for Doma West, Stephen Azoba Winnie, provides updates on when the reconstruction of the road is expected to commence.
That road from our road is captured under the Big Push project. So hopefully, when Big Push project starts, I know definitely once this road is part of that project, definitely they will also see contractor on site to commence work on the Doma Kwanta Agribusiness. So it's in a Big Push project. So definitely work on this year.
Drivers who ply the Doma in Nkran Kwanta stretch are urging government to come on board to speedily construct the stretch. From Nkran Kwanta, Michael Saponinfum, Channel 1 News.
So there are many roads like this, and we just decided to put this together for you. In the meantime, Kakra, there's so many comments on roads this morning, and I feel like you can read a few to just put in context the discussion. And by the way, we need to say that there are two main issues here. There are roads that have been discontinued because of debt exchange, and then there are roads that have been discontinued because contractors have not been paid and they have left site. So there are two types, even though both of them have abandoned nature. One is because of debt exchange, which was around 2022, and then the other one is more close to 2024, where either the mobilization was not given or given, but then they didn't add anything else. And the other thing we need to update is that the government, through the Ministry of Finance, announced that 13 billion cedis had been made available for all areas, including roads. We do not know what percent of the 13 billion will go to road contractors. We tried to get that answer last week, we did not, but we're still following through. So in the meantime, here are some of your comments.
In the meantime, this person says, "Hi Bernard and team, I'm happy you're talking about roads this morning. The road from Wanda Junction on the Atomic down to Kwabenya stretch towards Gan East Hospital is so bad. This is a road that leads to the municipal hospital in the municipality, but in a very bad shape." Aben from Abokobi says, "Bernard and team, please, you guys should talk about the Pantang Abokobi road for us. Nayabre." Bright from Abilimpe says, "Bernard and team, good morning. Please talk about Ablekuma Agape Road. It is very terrible. You can send your reporters on that road." Hello, Bernard. I agree with you. They have to do the Santor Road, but the School Junction Road goes all the way to Ashaman Underbridge, and it's been asphalted when they were building the Olympic Village. Now it's so easy to move from Ashaman Market to Medina and Adenta. Also, this same road extends to Community 24, which is partly Santor. Most of the people staying at Santor who want to go to Ashaman and Spintex as well as Lashibi can easily pass there. So that's some updates someone is sharing. Hello, Bernard and team. Santor, East Legon, and the surrounding areas.
East Legon Hills, that's what it is.
East Legon Hills and surrounding areas have terrible roads. What happened to the graders that were bought for the districts and municipalities? Can they make use of them for temporary grading as they plan ahead? Yes.
Great. I'm told that the contractor on Santor
Yes.
is Just More.
Okay.
So messages coming through indicate that the contractor hasn't been paid yet, and so he's moving rather slowly.
Somebody wrote a letter to Umaru Sanda. I want you to read the highlights.
Right.
This person lives within the Santor enclave.
Right.
It's been posted on the platform. If you can read, it's quite a long letter signed by Eric Setiado.
Dear Umaru, I
yes.
hope this piece finds you well by His grace. Please, my name is Eric Setiado from Mama Africa NBA Investment Santor, who wants to share our concerns with you with regard to the state of the Nanakrom Santor Road.
Oh, Eric is actually on the line. Okay. Is this the Eric I know? Because I know an Eric Setiado. We used to be in the same PT at some point. Let me just be sure it's the one. Eric, good morning.
Good morning. This is Bernard.
Yes. Are you the Eric I know?
Yes, sir, yes.
Oh, this Aluta is not over, eh? Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So somebody was saying that people who live in Santor who want to get to Ashaman, there's a route that has been done or something like this. Just explain to me where the Santor road starts and where it ends, and describe the nature of the road for me.
Good. Let me say good morning to your listeners and everybody in the Santor neighborhood. Well, the actual stretch begins from the estate gate, Nanakrom, at the end of Nanakrom, the dual carriageway that was recently done, asphalted. There's a new runabout at the gate. So that is the point where the stretch begins, and it goes all the way straight to the underbridge at Ashaman. Santor is somewhere, Santor's township is somewhere in between this stretch. Now, we have a couple of entities on the stretch, on the road, and because of the nature of our job or the work we do, I sell, building materials. We have block factories all along. We have estate developers. There are three prominent businesses who had taken upon themselves to be maintaining the road for the past couple of years. and that is the ND Investment, stroke alias Mama Africa, Duck Block Factory, and then Silicon Estate, which is far inside Santor. So the three of us have been maintaining the road for all these years. We fill, we grade, we fill, we grade, we fill, we grade. And that has been maintained until now to make it motorable for us, for commuters, for residents. Just recently, at the beginning of the year, a contractor, the road was awarded, I don't know, a contractor came on the road. That is Just More Construction. Came on the road, started digging, constructing the gutters, and at a very, very, very snail pace. Very, very slow. Now, he is somewhat on the road, somewhat not on the road, because we don't see the workers. We have about 2, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people constructing the gutters, high, raised very high to be filled. Now, it is at this point that we started lamenting, because we've been displaced. We cannot touch the road anymore. There are floods. There's a water producer in the area whose pipeline or waste pipeline has been damaged, and thousands of gallons of water flows on the road every day. Every day. And that is worsening the situation, and we don't know what to do. We're just been displaced. People, we have an apartment here. People have been vacating. They are not renewing. They can't live here anymore. Drivers are complaining bitterly. You can see a couple of cars broken down on the stretch. It is so bad, and we can't touch it because we want to fill. We need, I don't know how many trucks of stones or laterite that we need to fill, because the gutters have been raised partially, and so we don't know what's going on.
Well,
we don't know what the contractor
so
wants to do.
have the drains been done? Because I've advocated for roads in that area for a while, and when the school junction to Estate Junction was finished, some people thought that they would branch both right and left, but they chose to branch left. So Justmo did all the way to beyond the Nanakrom estate, so called, all the way. He did that road all the way to Atadeka on the left side, and your right side was left. So this is almost over a decade, right? But I recall there was some time where somebody had done some drains, ostensibly to begin the works for the road. What's the state of the drains?
Well, that was, I would say, a bogus work that was done. This is like a highway, a dual carriageway, stretching parallel to the motorway. So anybody who doesn't want to use the motorway would eventually use this road. It's a dual carriageway. And when you see the gutters that were constructed during that time, it was just, it's just a joke. I don't know what, it's like 1 foot wide, or it's not even up to 2 feet wide. And this is a low land. It's a low land. When it rains, there's a whole bunch of flood coming from uphill. So it wasn't. That was nothing. I don't know what happened. He packed and left.
So that was a different contractor from Jasmo who you say moved in early this year, but started working at a very slow pace.
Exactly. That was a different contractor.
Good.
So he left, I think, 3-4 years ago, and since then we have been maintaining the road ourselves until Jasmo came.
Now we know. I've seen Jasmo's work on my side of that duality, and he works pretty fast. So, based on the interviews we've had, it's very clear that either he hasn't been paid or there isn't money for the project, because we saw the work he did all through to Legon Hills International School, through to the back, and it was somewhere 2021-22. He did it pretty quickly. So I'm guessing from here that maybe there's not been money paid. My second question to you, in terms of advocacy, have you met the MP? That's question one. And by the way, is Santor in Ashaiman or Adenta? Have you confirmed? Or Bunkatamanso?
Bunkatamanso.
Okay. So has the advocacy found a way to get a duty bearer to take the matter up for you yet?
Well, we are in touch with the assemblyman, local assemblyman. We haven't met the MP yet. I don't know him. He hasn't been here, or maybe he's been here in my absence. I don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, we haven't been in touch with the MP himself, but rather the assemblyman.
So there are a couple of things I would propose whilst we're on air. Last 2 weeks, we interviewed Neil Ante van der Poel, who's the head of DRIP. There definitely is the District Road Improvement Program equipment, some of which are not far away from where you are, because Bonkatamanso district should have drip equipment. So even before Jasmo starts constructing, the group should be able to get drip to do some basic leveling so that the road is motorable. And because drip is a government program, I do not think the contractor can say that drip should not touch the road, because the road is completely unmotorable. The rains have made it worse. So number one, the group needs to talk to drip to find out if they can do some work. Number two, the road ministry has taken delivery of some money, we are told, to pay some arrears. So your MP needs to lobby to make sure that this particular contractor is included in those payments if he's owed money, so that he can continue the work, because we've seen his work before and he can work. So I can only encourage you based on what you've done. Obviously, the media advocacy is great because we're always on air to push the matter. But we definitely need you to move to drip and also get your MP involved, because some of this has to be taken at the ministry level. So those are my 2 pieces of advice for you as an experienced road campaigner myself.
All right. All right. Yeah, Jasmo is a good, he does good work. So I'm surprised. In fact, we were all excited when he came, jubilating, and all of a sudden it's stalled. So I'm a bit, I'm a bit confused about the whole issue. And I haven't gotten him to talk to directly. So I don't know what problems he's actually facing, but I would guess that it's got to do with the financial issues. But we have to bear the brunt of the whole thing at the moment. So whatever.
But by the way, if you are going to just explain something to me, if you live in Santor and you want to get to, say, Tema,
yes,
do you drive to School Junction route, or you can go back to? How does it work? If you're going to Tema from Santor, how do you drive?
From Santor, it will be better. You hit you go to Ashaman.
Okay.
You get to the underbridge.
Okay.
That connects to Sakumono, but then before the underbridge, you turn left.
Okay. So if you are going to, say, Tetekwashi, could you decide that instead of coming forward to School Junction, you would go and use the road that takes you to the motorway? Would that be shorter?
To Tetekwashi, no. I'd rather use the Baltimore road. School Junction,
Baltimore
motorway.
All right.
Yes.
So the Baltimore road also benefits you, even though it's not in your area. It shortens your journey to town.
Yes. Because of the nature of this particular road. In fact, this road connects to, let's take it to Ashaman. So wherever Ashaman, you can connect Ashaman to, you are good to go on this road. Now, on the other hand, on the other side, you have this just more road construction, the one that you were talking about, that will connect to Dodoa, Adenta, and the rest. So it's a two-way. It connects both ways. But this road has been neglected, or people don't want to use it because of the nature of it. Otherwise, it would have been a very, very, very busy road. A very busy road.
All right. Eric, thank you for your advocacy, and definitely keep us posted on how things pan out.
All right.
Eric Sechado is a resident of Santor. They have taken it upon themselves to advocate for the fixing of that was close to 7 kilometers.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's a really, really bad road.
Really bad. Ajay Kojo also has very bad roads. And back to the point you made earlier about the MPs talking about they being opposition MP. Previously, they would tell you that the Ajay Kojo and then Tema West, Akumono, all those areas are within the same constituency, in fact.
Yeah.
But then Ajay Kojo has been neglected for a very long time because they are perceived to vote a certain pattern. So it's.
But this predates MPP.
It does.
This road.
It does.
Look, I moved to Maijo in 2010. So that's 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'll say to you that 2010 NDC was in government. We did advocacy. We had all kinds of issues before MPP came, and it's still so. Some of the road has been done, but it's a long struggle. I don't even want to.
It requires major work because part of it, there are water bodies. You know, there's a dam somewhere if you're going towards the underbridge.
Yes.
And so when it rains, those parts get really bad, and the nature of the soil also requires that the road is done and done properly. If you do a touch and go, it will deteriorate very quickly. But there are some updates we are seeing that on the Pokwase in Sawam stretch, we are hearing that Satellite, Kuntunse, Shikpon, Telepobium, and Zamzam Junction are all being improved. So we are getting some updates, and then also there's going to be a meeting at the Ministry of Roads and Highway this morning. I think the engineers and contractors responsible are meeting this morning. So the advocacy is achieving.
Sorry, which road is being done?
This is the one Pokwase. So Shikpon, Tele, Kuntunse.
The area that this weekend.
Yes.
So I think there's some videos showing us that the Accra Kumasi Road on that stretch had gotten blocked because of the quality of the road.
Is being done to improve the quality of it for now.
Now, since we spoke to somebody in Santor, I'm also getting some listeners on the Afenya to Dodowa Road asking that we talk to them. This is the road that passes through, or that passes in front of Christian High, which opens up it's almost like the northern boundary road for the Greater Accra region. So it's beyond Ashaiman. So, you know, when you're from Ashaiman, you get to Bonkatamanso. When you're from Tema, you're going to Akosombo. You drive through Community 22. You get to Michelle Camp. You get to you pass what do you call it? Oh Lord, I forget the name of the place. But you get to Afenya eventually. All right, you get to Afenya eventually. That area is also a ring road. If you open it up, it reduces a lot of the traffic. Now, residents have complained for many, many years that road has been neglected. I'm speaking to one of the residents, Miriam. Miriam is a resident on that stretch, to describe the road better for me and tell me what they've been trying to advocate as community members. Miriam, thank you for joining me on the show this morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you, Miriam. So this road from Afenya to Dodowa, how long is the road, and what are how is it like? How bad is the road?
The road is that bad, and it's very difficult to move on the road on a normal day. I mean, when it's not raining, but when it rains, it's immoveable. It's difficult to move on the road. I would say it's more or less like an abortion, if I can put it in that way, an abortion causing road. Because even if you're not pregnant, the things you go through after you apply the road it's unimaginable. So I can imagine what those who are pregnant will be going through if they should use that road.
Now, Miriam, that area looked to me like a far away place. I didn't know there were people who lived there that much. So this Afenya Dodowa Road, what communities are along that stretch? Do you have any names in mind? And is it a place people live a lot?
Yes, there are lots of people living here. We have communities like Sota, Joma. We have how do you call it? We've been here not long ago, so I'm just struggling.
You are not trying to remember.
Remember some, but we have quite a number of residents here. It's a whole community.
And is it the same road that passes in front of Christian High School?
Yes, it's the same road that passes in front of Christian High. It goes to Afenya. It goes all the way to I think it even leads to Ashama thereabout.
I see. And the whole road is bad or just portions?
The whole stretch is bad. Every bit of it is very bad.
So how long have you guys been trying to get attention on this road? You say you are a new resident, so obviously...
Yeah, we've been here for 3 years now, and then since we came, we've been advocating for something to be done, and then nothing has been done until now.
Who have you been advocating to?
We actually spoke to some of the community members. We're trying to get the assemblyman and then the MP and other local authorities as well. But it has proved futile. None has worked. Initially,
okay, go ahead.
they were told it was a black skirt and blouse kind of voting here. So those that are actually the MP is an NDC, and then the assemblyman belongs to the other party. So nobody is willing to do it so that the other will take credit for it.
Well, but now NDC is in office, so I guess both the MC and the MP will be in the same party, right?
Yes. After, I mean, that was before we came, but now that power has changed, we are hoping that something can be done.
All right, so since you're a new resident, I'm not going to push you too much, but a number of communities where this problem exists have formed WhatsApp groups and they advocate. So, for example, the Pokwasi to Nsawam guys have a WhatsApp group. The what do you call it? The Dowenya road users are also the same. I think the Santor people too have a WhatsApp group. Your place doesn't seem that organized because the road is very long. 15 kilometers, a big stretch.
Yes.
So I'm not even sure if you know people beyond your immediate neighborhood.
No, just a few.
Hey, then you will suffer for long, because if you people don't know each other, then you are, well, I advise you to get together because your road is 15.3 kilometers, and I've done this work for a while. I remember that even in 2016 there was a construction to have been done on that road. So this is almost 10 years ago. So if just a few of you are there, you are just 3 years into the soup. You need to find out those who are there earlier. What is going on? So I can only wish you well, Miriam. Thank you. We'll talk again soon.
Okay, thank you.
So that's a resident, I can say a new resident of the area who is
having a baptism of fire.
Yeah, because this, it's even funny. I don't know. Let me give you some background to this. 2016 September, the road was to have been done. Reconstruction of Afinya Dodowa Road, Greater Accra region, was to commence 14th September and to finish 14th March 2028. At the time, it was 7.7 million cedis. Then, indeed, no, it was 2.25 before it moved to 7.7. The contractor at the time was Hardwick Limited.
Hardwick, that's correct.
Supervising agency, Ghana Highway Authority. And the title was Reconstruction of Afienya Dodowa Road.
Yeah.
15.3 kilometers.
Correct.
It's been 9 years. And the road has just gotten from bad to worse.
Yeah.
So clearly there's a trend we see where projects are awarded, monies are not given, people start, they leave the road, and somehow people probably even get paid for part of the work. So
on June 17, 2022, for example, there was an editorial actually written on Class FM online, titled "The Forgotten 15.3 Kilometer Pregnancy Aborting Dodowa Afienya Road Riddled with Gullies, Valleys and Rivers." With your permission, Bernard. If there were a hall of shame for bad roads in the whole world, Ghana's 15.3 kilometer Dodowa Afienya Road will surely have been the topmost inductee, and dishonorably so.
Wow.
Now it goes on to say, and if cars could talk, they would wail and curse that stretch ad nauseum. Hey, the photos are bad. There's a taxi that has its bumper, in the water, and another taxi trying to pull it out. It continues to say, it is many a driver's nightmare. The potholes are actually gullies and valleys, and no names exist yet to describe the shapes they have etched on that disgraceful stretch. The dirt road is dotted with river-sized ditches so deep that retain rainwater for weeks after a rainy day. The bumps are 1,000,001 and the puddles 1,000,000 and more. My God. Even huge trucks get stuck in them every now and then. Sadly, this gully, valley, and river-riddled stretch is traveled by pregnant women, school children, market women, teachers, farmers, and high and mighty, as well as the low and lowly on a daily basis to and fro. It goes on and on to say that it was awarded to a contractor for fixing several years ago, but for unexplained reasons, it remains untouched, unfixed, unattended to, and all the ants you can think of.
Wow.
The reconstruction was to have started on September 14, 2016, and expected to have been completed by March 14, 2018. The certified amount for the reconstruction, which you mentioned earlier, was 2.2 million Ghana cedis. There has been no revision of the completion date ever since. Now, the stretch traverses Chai Osudoku, Bonkatamanso Ashaiman, and links to the industrial city of Tema and Ningo Pram, all in the Greater Accra region. It is a shame that a major road like that is in such a bad state in the 21st century. Now it goes on to say, unfortunately, the recent downpour keep deteriorating it further as each raindrop eats away its share of dirt on the forgotten road. This is a kind of reminder to the Minister of Roads and Highways. So at the time, it was my own Kwesi Amoakwanta Terminator, that just in case he had forgotten the existence of that road and its need to be fixed, he should turn his focus there. I'm sure.
So this is 2022.
Yes. So now Minister governs Kwame Agboja's attention.
Your plate is full. Absolutely. You have a lot of work to do. 922 Citi Breakfast Show. Boats Foods is definitely the number one option for the delivery of all your favorite meals from your preferred restaurants. Chicken In brings you exclusive combo on only Boat Foods. 3 pieces of chicken with jollof or fried rice and a 300 ml Coke for just 85 cedis. This is available only through Boat Foods. Download the Boat Food app today and enjoy. Are you an entrepreneur looking for meaningful business ownership opportunities? Do you have a dream to provide water in a more sustainable way? Worry no more. With 50,000 cedis, you can receive the equipment, training, and support needed to launch your own business, purifying and selling affordable, refillable drinking water. Let the dream become a reality. We have an exciting offer for all new customers and businesses. We provide free bottles and dispenser machines for corporate businesses. So if you want to start small, you can even become a Jibu distributor or reseller. You can go to jibuco.com/GH or call 0302-528-669. That's 0302-528-669 or 0209-845-813. Jibu, a better life. You spoke and we've heard DSTV has cooked something special for you. An upgrade to the next higher package. All you need to do is to pay your subscription today and get an instant upgrade onto the next higher package for free. Enjoy the FIFA Club World Cup, Best of Drama, awesome entertainment for the kids, reality shows, novellas, epic Ghanaian talent, family fun, and the best live sport. Pay using *5759# or any of our other payment options. This promo is available till 31st July. T's and C's apply. Kakra, more comments on roads?
Just before the comments, I've just been listening to these tax-paying Ghanaians talk to us, and I'm disheartened why they have to incur additional financial expenses to fix basic amenities that their taxes should have provided for them. And it shows, and this particular road for 9 years has gotten worse.
2016. And the truth is that our development model is not working. The financing needed to do infrastructure is not available. The prioritization of government to choose whether to do railroad or whatever has not been optimal. There's also been a lot of corruption in construction. So all of that have come to a head and is facing this new minister who is saying the previous government awarded 800 contracts and paid only 2.2 billion. So there's a lot of work to be done. We can only keep up the pressure and hope that, I still keep saying this, we need a national conversation on infrastructure financing, high level. It has to be ideational. It has to be pension funds included, all kinds of financial institutions, because the developmental challenge is also an infrastructural challenge. So whether it's rails, roads, bridges, or airports, we need a new type of financing. So it's not even a quality of supervision issue. Because if you look at the amount of money we need to build the roads, you just can't have all of it. So I don't know whether it's the Ministry of Finance or the Ministry of Roads or Ministry of Infrastructure. There has to be some conversation about where to get money or how to pay for roads. Whether they're going to do PPPs, whether they're going to do tolling. That conversation has to be had. In the meantime, more problem definition.
Castro is sending this one in. Good morning, Bernard. Please talk about the Enchi Elubu Road, the worst road in Ghana. Very, very bad. Good morning, Bernard. Please talk about the road connecting Dunkornofin and Ayamfree in the central region. It's a hell here, bro. Even though it's the busiest road in this area. Ask the authorities if they are aware of it. This is Sami from Dunkwa. Hi, Bernard. The contractor on the Tor to Bong Road has abandoned the road for the past months, even after over 6 years into its construction. All is not well. And that's Nicholas from Tema. Hello, Ben. Good morning. The Ablekuma Agape Road is terrible. The road really needs to be attended to ASAP. That's Charles from Ablekuma. Bernard and contingents. My clarion call to the government is to urgently construct a double road from Accra to Paga. I don't need to convince the government with evidence of the carnage and life-threatening accidents that have occurred on this stretch. On daily basis, lives are lost, limbs are lost, properties are lost. In fact, I'm galvanizing Ghanaians to power pressure on the government to treat this issue as an emergency. Yakubu Ibn Chambers in Accra, sending that one.
All right.
Hello, Bernard and team. I'm Richard from Bush Road, Teshi. There have been newly constructed speed ramps on the road, but after construction, the material or chippings used have filled up to the drains along the stretch, which has blocked the drains badly. Please help us address this, because solving a problem should not lead to another problem.
So who supervised the road? Who signed it off? That's the question. This is the thing. People don't do their work. Somebody's built a road and it's created another problem. Somebody probably signed it off. You know, it's so bad.
Here's one more. Can we please talk about the academic city stretch to Ashoma, Melcom, and to police container and filling patches on the Boshe Road?
It's terrible.
We'll take a break, but let me just repeat for the umpteenth time. This is not a road problem. This is a development problem. This is a financing problem. This is a financing model problem. But it's also a corruption problem, a supervision and a leadership problem, a problem of making sure that money is spent optimally. There's a lot of corruption in construction, which I'm not saying is the reason why all roads have not been done. But clearly, if you have roads done and after 2 years they get bad, clearly somebody did not supervise the road properly, or somebody's cutting corners. Most roads done are not marked. You know, I asked myself, why will a serious country... I spent about 4 hours in Togo last 2 months. At least the roads I saw were all marked. In Ghana, you can advocate for a road, they won't mark it. So it's very clear that there's a leadership problem in this country. I was on the Teshi Road, that road that people made noise about.
The Lekma Road?
I didn't see even one marking.
Oh my God. And the street lights don't work at night.
My point is, how do you build a road by just pouring asphalt on the ground? Like, where did our contractors learn that building a road means that they don't have to? They will say, oh, it's another agency that's supposed to do it. A road which is smoothened without marking is a death trap. You're actually asking people to speed and die.
It is.
And until that type of supervision is done, so whilst I agree that we have a developmental challenge, on the supervision side, you know, there should be some way in which contractors are held to account. That you just build a road and leave it in the middle, or you're building a road and you block people's channels. You know, you build a road, there's no marking, nothing. It's a really, really bad sign for leadership. So I'm urging the Ministry of Roads, the Highway Authority, to liaise with their finance counterparts and have a conversation about financing. All right, whether it's African Development Bank, Exim, or whatever, we need a new development model. Number two, the corruption is too much. Because once people can pay their way, they do shoddy work.
Yeah.
If somebody supervising hasn't taken a pesewa from you, you get it. Like, give me an example.
Moral authority.
We supervise a project which we are funded to do. The person who gave us the money, so there are 3 levels. The person who sort of oversaw us implementing the project, not the guy who financed the project.
Yeah.
So the financer is a different agency.
Sure.
A CSO supervisor has to do the project. And then auditors from a third place have come. Now, all 3, we must tell them the same thing. And this is just a project of less than $20,000, right? I'm here having to do reports daily because somebody's country, when they give money for you to do something, they follow through. They say, what have you achieved with the project? Who did you understand? You spent 2% more than you said you would spend. Did you write a letter? All these crazy questions for all this amount of money. Then you spend millions of CDs on a road project. There's no marking, there's no accountability, and the same highways authority keep awarding contracts to the same contractors. You are basically, because you see, rewards reinforce bad behavior. If somebody keeps doing something to you and you keep paying them, it means you say that's a good thing to do. I have received less than 20K to see a project through. You should ask how many times they've been sending me emails to respond to. Because the donor is from another country, and in that country you can't spend 1 cent without accounting for it. Here in Ghana, you say you're a broke country, you give money to people to do a road, you get it, you don't supervise nothing, you don't sack anybody, and because the people give you kickbacks during elections or whatever, you're not able to enforce the law, and then people die. And because we don't draw links between poorly supervised projects, bad roads, and death, you get it?
Yeah.
There's no inquest, and we keep doing the same thing. I'm saying all this agitation points to a much bigger problem. There are symptoms of a broken system, and I feel the Minister of Roads, the Minister of Finance, and the Minister of whatever, they need to come together and say, look, let's have a proper national discussion around financing our roads and our projects. Number 2, ridding the system of corruption, and then surcharging people who do poor work, because that's also part of the problem. Where they do shoddy work and in 2 years the road goes bad. It's a cocktail of problems. We'll take a short break. 97.3 Citi FM. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
World number 1 Brown Hire LED TV and home appliances got mega up to 5,000 cities price drop at all Electromat showrooms. This time to shop higher air conditioner, LED TV, refrigerators, washing machine, chest freezer, range of appliances at unbeatable prices on every purchase, exclusively at showrooms. Rush now while stock lasts. Check our website and social media pages for more details. Electromat, your world of electronics.
Hey, so what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Wujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It's a very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, diamond cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond cement is 42.5 R grade cement. Unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5 R grade so that everybody getting on. No long talk, Jack. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrade, and Buipe, or call 0244-313-368 or 0540-111-978 or 0202-021-175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
Charlie, where are you?
Bossman, I'm at the bank.
Really? But your car is in front of your house.
Bro, my bank on my phone, Charlie.
Oh, how?
EcoBank, bro. With EcoBank mobile app, I can do everything, anywhere, anytime. Listen, I just checked my account balance, paid Ahmed's school fees, and sent money to my grandma at Wale.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Massa, just download the EcoBank mobile app from the Google Play Store or the App Store or dial *770# and be your own bank manager.
Manager.
Whether to pay bills or fees, to check account statements, send money across Ghana, abroad, and more, EcoBank mobile app has got it covered. EcoBank Mobile, making everyday people live everyday lives the EcoBank way. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank.
It's time to take the next step toward your dreams. Admissions are now open for our October intake at Lancaster University, Ghana. Get ready for a world-class education, global opportunities, and an unforgettable experience in Ghana. For more information, contact us at +233 030 211 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Apply today and begin your journey to success with Lancaster University, Ghana. Your future starts now.
Burna Boy, Trevor Noah, Black Coffee, Chimamanda the writer, Febe Mugugu the fashion designer, and many more young African icons didn't get where they are by following mainstream paths. They did things differently. Say yes to doing things differently. Say yes to the creative person within you, the maker, innovator, entrepreneur. Chart a new path, learn new skills, globally recognized by the American Welding Society and Pearson's B-Tech. So whether in Ghana or abroad, you will shine. Say yes to DTI, a learning experience that is next level. Go to dtiafrica.com or call 054-169-3534.
Imagine waking up to serenity every day, surrounded by nature's beauty and luxury at your fingertips in a gated estate you can be proud to call your home. Welcome to Western Villas, located at Ai Mensa, where our stunning homes redefine elegance. At Western Villas, each home is a masterpiece, designed with precision and love. From swimming pool, gym, playground, beautiful landscaped gardens, and private balconies, making every day feel like a retreat. We also have executive plots for sale at McCarthy Hill, strategically located and offer unparalleled views, easy access to amenities, and endless possibilities for executive living. With just 5% deposit, you can reserve your space. Contact us today to learn more about our luxury homes at Ai Mensa or executive plots at McCarthy Hill. Call us now on 0536 502295 or visit www.westernvillas.com for more information.
On the go, night or day, PBL up is the easiest way. Bank secure, bank with ease. Right at your fingertips, bank is a breeze. PBL app making banking so clear. Anytime, anywhere, we're here. Safe, secure, banking for you. PBL app, simple and true.
Welcome to the future of banking. The Prudential Bank mobile app. Bank secure anytime, right from your phone. Access your accounts 24/7. Perform instant transactions. Pay bills. Link mobile money wallets. Scan and pay with GHQR. Manage your cards. Make seamless GIP interbank transfers. All with ease. No more banking hours. Take control and app your banking. Experience simple, secure and convenient banking. Download the PBL mobile app now. PBL mobile app. App your banking.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Come on home, stay on the road that brings you home.
9 on the City Breakfast Show. And upgrade your office by calling the experts. Call Expert Office Furnish Company Limited for your ergonomic swivel chairs today. They have intelligent seat cushions with dynamic bionic spine pressure relief design. Basically making your seating pretty relaxed and healthy. Call 057-1386-600 or 0244-280-532. Find us on Facebook at Expert Office Furnish GH, Twitter at Expert Furnish, and also on our website expertofficefurnish.com. Your health, your wealth. If you're looking for a best of flavor in every sip, discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, the Piva Orange, the Piva Cocktail, the Grapefruit, and the Tangy. Available at your local store. Call 0550-032-231. Piva beverages, a taste you will love. Impact Food Hub presents Launchpad 2025, the Agribusiness Launchpad and Accelerator Program for smart farming, food processing, and business. They are empowering new ventures and accelerating existing ones to thrive in the food value chain. We're talking capacity building, an immersive field experience that will shift your mindset, sharpen your skills, and set you on the path to building a thriving food enterprise. To talk to us about this, we have Dr. Mavis Orekwasari, who is the curator convener of this fantastic launchpad. Mavis, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bernard.
This sounds very great and exciting.
It is exciting.
How are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm fantastic. So the company is Impact Food Hub.
Yes.
What do you guys do before we come to the launchpad?
So Impact Food Hub is a food innovation and agribusiness development organization. That's a mouthful, right?
Food innovation,
food innovation,
and agribusiness
development.
Break that down for me.
That means that we are here to support SMEs with technical assistance. Technically for everything to do with agribusiness, from farming through to value addition to the business aspect of it. So food innovation is very big for us. Technology transfer is very big for us. Ensuring that you're doing stuff that are high quality, implementing the right things in your agribusiness, to do with value addition, and scaling up, exporting, looking for markets. So that we're dominating the whole value chain. So from farming, and what we say is we are a group of scientists. We're leveraging on science, innovation, and technology to provide solutions for agribusinesses. We know that agribusinesses struggle. People have ideas. They just don't know where to turn to. You can have a simple idea. I want to make it shelf stable for 2 years and sell and export. You walk through our doors, we figure it out for you. We use science, like I said, get you the product and help you with branding, marketing, looking for
finance.
Yes, finance as well. So it's a full package, and we're proud to do this because we listened to Ghanaians and we realized that there was a gap between research, innovation, and industry. And we say it all the time, there's a gap. So we've just packaged science, packaged innovation.
Is it true that a lot of the businesses we see in the food space, even in technology space, started in a lab? So that usually some scientists would have shown that it's possible. Somebody said, for example, fufu powder is science. Chocolate is science. So it's not just money. It's always begins with the science. And then just talk to me about that.
Exactly. We want people to understand that food processing, farming, there is a science to it. It does not matter how complex it is or what your understanding is, but just have the understanding that there is a science to it. And we've done things in the past where we just try our luck. People will just put a seed in the ground and hope it rains for the crops to grow. But now we have realized that there's more to that. If you really want to take anything agribusiness seriously. So yes, there is a science to it, and you need to leverage on innovation, on technology, on understanding to be able to really grow the business. We cannot continue to, everybody is excited about the agribusiness space, which is great.
Yeah.
Citi FM, the whole of last month, I enjoyed myself with Citi Channel 1 TV because, I mean, your programs have really evolved, and now people, when we say Citi or Channel 1 TV, everybody knows that you mean business when it comes to agribusiness. So the idea that everything is possible. Let's explore the agribusiness space. We just want you to know that there's a science to it.
Okay.
You have to be intentional about certain things. You have to deepen your understanding, your networks, and also leverage on technology and the information that is available to really, before you go into the space. So yes, science is important. It is the back.
It's the starting point. Before I bring my colleagues in to ask questions, I want you to clarify a couple of things. So there's something called the Launchpad 2025. And I see two things there. I see the Agribusiness Launchpad and I also see Accelerator Program.
Right.
So explain what that is.
So when we say, the program is Agribusiness Launchpad and Accelerator Program.
Correct.
The Launchpad is talking about people who want to launch. People have ideas, and really, for Impact Food Hub, we had a lot of people coming to us. I want to do something. Citi FM is calling for people to go into the agribusiness space. Where do I start from? So they have ideas that they want to launch. So those are a category of people that we are looking at. And then the Accelerator Program, we're talking about people who have started something, or they're existing companies. But they are not thriving. They are not doing well. They are operating at a certain level that they are not comfortable or confident about.
All right.
And so we are looking at really helping you to become more intentional about growing the business. There are people sitting on the fence. I want to go into farming, or I'm going for pension. I just want to go into farming. We want to let you know the idea is great. But what do you need? What are the skill sets? What are the networks you can tap into? Where do you go when you want financing? Bringing all of them together in one room and having critical conversations. Capacity building, of course.
So it's a training capacity building program.
Exactly. It's a training capacity building program. But then also we are leveraging on the networks of people coming through. For instance, the climax of the event, which is the Agripreneur Forum, we are having agripreneurs come tell their story.
Wonderful.
And then we have people in the space, very impactful people in the space, like Stanbic Bank.
Correct.
A rep from there, Dr. Ifa Asabi-Asare. She's big.
Former GEPA.
Exactly. She's on the panel. Dr. Abna from Ghana Exim Bank.
Correct.
So it's a fusion of entrepreneurs telling their story and the experts who have walked the path and done great things in the space coming together.
So that's the supplementary feature of the Agripreneurs Forum.
Yes.
So walk me through the training module. And by the way, how many days are we looking at for this program?
So it's 4 days.
4 days.
Quite intensive.
From when to when?
From coming Wednesday.
9th,
10th, 11th. And then on the 12th, we have a field trip.
Field trip?
Yes.
Field trip? To the farm?
To a farm processing facility for you to see.
I love it.
We want it to be very holistic. I mean, it is a
So 3 days of classroom work, 1 day on the field.
And we don't even want to say classroom work.
You sit under a shed.
Really? No.
Patawik.
No. We are having our venue is Stanbic Business Incubator at the Silver Star Towers.
Is it?
So we are serious.
Posh.
Well.
Talk me to what are the modules? I want to know what the training modules are and whether I can choose one or have to do all.
This is a full package. Like we said, it's very holistic. Like we said, smart farming. We are looking at agriculture.
Smart farming as one topic.
Understanding agribusiness for investment decisions. People talk about wanting to go into that. Coconut. I want to grow palm. Come, let's talk.
I want to do snail.
Exactly.
I want to do rabbit. I want to do.
And you had a training.
Cat
you had these training sessions.
Yes.
During
the agri fair.
The agri fair. So the interest that people are showing in that space.
Lot.
So we're going to throw a bit more light on not just being excited about it, but understanding it for.
So you're taking this further.
We're taking it further.
So because what we did was like an introduction. So you're saying understanding agribusiness for investment decisions.
Exactly.
What else?
And then the food processing bit.
Processing.
Yes, we go going to talk about the whole, expose people to food product development and innovation, creating and launching a new food product.
Creating and launching a new product.
Yes, from ideation till you launch.
Wonderful.
We're talking different food processing technologies, equipment, what the various equipment do, different grades, manual, if you want to start small, what kind of manual equipment are available.
So let's assume somebody wants to do fruit processing. Maybe they just want to do like fruit juice. So when they come to such a thing, you explain the technology of the fruit to them.
Exactly.
Then how to harvest it, what kind of machine you need, what condition to process it, how you get your standardization, all the things.
Exactly.
So from the beginning to the end.
Yes, through certification, and then also exploring markets, your business module, access to finance. So we
all
say
of that in 3 days.
All of that. That's why it's so
intensive.
packed. It's very intensive.
So there's compliance and certification all.
Of course.
Hey.
Introducing you to the idea of compliance, and because some people want to register their facilities and they're overwhelmed. They think, and sometimes they go to the authorities who are the regulators, and when they tell them, oh, you need SOPs, they're like, I didn't know about this.
What is an SOP?
What is an SOP? Like, I'm working for my kitchen.
What's an SOP?
Standard operation procedures. Just putting your space in a way that when they come and audit, your raw materials are on this side, your finished products on that side. Safety, health, your good manufacturing, it's GMPs. So really open their eyes to...
Do you talk about markets, how to sell your product?
Yes.
Branding of the product.
Yes. We're talking marketing, branding, leveraging on the existing systems that we have, like social media. And, we're going to also introduce them to some of the networks in Ghana. Like,
who are your target audience?
We're talking MSMEs, farmers, food processors, food marketers, retailers, business executives who wants a secondary income.
People who want to start something on the side.
Something on the side as a primary or secondary.
But you have to register, right?
You have to register.
So how do you do the registration? Because I'm sure it's paid for.
Yes.
It looks very serious.
It's a paid training, but we're very happy that we have some organizations supporting. So it's highly subsidized.
What number do we call or WhatsApp?
025 689 9305. And
can you
let me
number?
repeat it. 025 689 9305.
Okay.
You can dial *899 *10# *899 *10# on all networks.
Okay.
And then to register, you can also register at www.impactfoodhub.impuntu.com.
So let me sort of summarize what I've heard so far. So you are doing a 3-day training.
Yes.
Immersive, with a 1-day field trip.
Yes.
And this is for people who want to whether enter farming, food processing, or whatever, the whole level.
Yes.
SMEs.
Yes.
And you're going to train them on the science bit, the marketing bit, the food production bit, the sales bit, everything.
Yes.
In the 3 days.
Yes.
And they will go on a field trip afterwards.
Yes.
And it's a paid event.
It's a paid event.
It's organized.
Highly subsidized, by the way.
Organized by the Impact Food Hub.
Yes.
And you're taking further all the people who came to learn about basics of whatever. The agri fair, we had about 11 modules.
Yes.
And I was part of that, so I know what you're talking about. So this for all kinds of food.
All kinds of food. What we say is come with if you have an idea, come with it. So that as we're going through the modules, we will have exercises, activities. So you use your idea to, you form your ideas through the program,
so
like the modules.
Board.
Sorry?
A sounding board, basically.
Exactly. Yes. And then also after that would have, you have advisory services from Impact Food Hub to further develop your idea. And what we'll always do is we'll still keep the network going. We have a WhatsApp.
So don't be alone. So it's not like you've come to learn and you're on your own.
No,
so maybe let's assume.
Yeah. So post advisory
fruit juice producers
services.
Group, maybe 20 of them. They've gone through the training and people start sharing experiences. So I've gone to the farm. I've met a farmer who's going to give me the fruit at his price.
Right.
And I'm comparing those. What I wanted to ask you, so you have the launchpad, you have the accelerator. Would you do an incubator? Because I think that's the next level, right? So the launchpad is we come for the training. accelerator is also already in the business, get more knowledge to move faster. But some people would say, Impact Food Hub, maybe you need to put 20 of us in a small incubator where we will start the business. You'll be monitoring our progress. I know that it's a heavy lifting. Maybe you should be thinking about that for the future.
I'm smiling because that was the whole goal of setting up Impact Food Hub.
Correct.
The hub is actually attached to the name for a reason. It's a hub, a space where you can come and have your ideas incubated. You can have your projects also incubated. So really that's one of the core mandates of Impact Food Hub, where we look at incubation, whether physically in our space or wherever you are, but then we keep an eye on you and give you the technical guidance. And we do that for some agri-tech programs as well. Where we help with all the things that they need in an incubation program. But I also want to touch a little bit about the people passing through, if you permit me. On the first day for the opening ceremony, we have Honorable John Dumelo giving the keynote address.
John is amazing.
He is amazing.
A great ambassador for farming.
Walking the talk.
I tell you.
I love
in his Batakari, Charlie, in his seconds. You think somebody and your children.
He's very busy, but he is graciously spending time with us in the morning.
Unless he doesn't hear you are doing something promoting agri, he'll come.
And I like that the fact that his hands is in, he's on the ground.
He's very passionate about
very
farming.
passionate about it.
Correct.
And so we're happy to have him on board. And then on the last day for the closing ceremony, we have Honorable Dr. Zaneto Ejiman Rawlings, also very passionate about
superstar pulling power. John Dumelo and Zaneto all on your
very
thing.
Great people, passionate. For instance, Zaneto has done wonderful in a constituency with empowering people to go into different agribusiness ventures, rabbit rearing, snails, you know, all of that. So these two people are really on board.
On the
and
political
we're really
side.
Excited about it. And then we have our main partners, Stanbic Bank. Stanbic Bank are also doing a lot in the space. You know, we've been worried about banks not supporting agribusiness in the past, but they have an agri desk in the bank, and they are also giving women, especially women-led businesses, they have a special package of a 1-digit interest rate package. For women for women in agribusiness, and they have recognized the importance of this. They're also very passionate about capacity building. They're partnering with us, and Ghana Exim Bank.
Wonderful.
Ghana, they are at the forefront of projecting businesses on the global stage, empowering SMEs so they can compete globally. So for them, you know, being part of this and sponsoring and partnering with us is we're very happy about it.
Wonderful.
We have Casma Foods, Next Computers, Ubuntu. They've been wonderful. Everything to do with your AI IT needs.
Ubuntu.
Yes, they have handled
Ubuntu
everything.
Technologies.
Registration. Our videos that you've seen. They are really amazing. And you know, even with AI, they're very big on artificial intelligence now. We have Gold Coast Foods, Handy Farms, Tilly's Farms, We Soy, Curate Marketing, and of course Citi FM and Channel 1 TV, our media partners. So happy to be partnering with you, and I'm really excited about this. Today is the deadline actually for registration.
Oh, come on. Give them one more day. Today is 7th, right?
Yes.
Well, they only had you today, so you probably need to give them up to this evening. Or maybe early tomorrow morning.
We'll give you up to early tomorrow morning.
So the number again is 025-689 9305. You can WhatsApp or call or star 899 star 10 hash. Again, 025-689-9305 or dial star 899 star 10 hash on all networks to register, or go to impactfoodhub.com. Email info@impactfoodhub.com. It's a fantastic 3D capacity building. Everything from science, as they call it, from field to fork. Thank you very much, Mavis, Dr. Mavis Orekwasari, a research scientist and now a business accelerator, a coach. Powerful.
But I just quickly wanted
AKA
to say,
Mrs. Toller.
I quickly wanted to say, Doc should have been around about 10 years ago. When you talked about the juicing on campus, University of Ghana, we started, me and my sister and a few friends.
Juice?
And it failed.
What was it called? What name did you call it?
We didn't have a name.
That's
we were
the problem.
just
Penny and Kakra juice.
No. The whole week celebration.
So you just blend the juice.
Yes. but we didn't know what we were doing, and just everything just collapsed. So I was listening attentively. What this could have done for us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
10 years ago. Interested? Is she still passionate about that?
She's doing but she's
you moved on.
She's doing furniture. She's doing plenty things.
And she's also doing something else, my lord.
I can see that.
Mavis, thank you for being on the show. We have to end it here.
Thank you for having me.
Listeners, if you didn't hear the number again, it's 025 68 99 305. WhatsApp or call, or dial star 899 star 10 hash. Register for the Impact Food Hub Launchpad 2025. What a morning, what a program. Don't forget the literacy challenge has been launched, and it's actually agri related. What's the topic? In not less than 600 words, discuss the effects of climate change on agriculture in Ghana. What challenges do these effects present for individuals, families, communities, and the country as a whole? Send your entries via post PO Box GP 14123 Accra Central, or bring them by hand to Citi FM in Adabakra or Channel 1 Television Tessano. Deadline for submission is 26th July. So much to do, so little time, so we have to end it here and say time for City News at 10. Shiba Benin has the details. Good morning, Shiba.
Good morning.